Hello and welcome back to SNHU Esports, starting off the new semester as we get ready to go into Granite State Grind for January. My name is Sholey. You can call me Shane. I'm joined here with Make-A-Wish Kid, aka Joe. How are we feeling today?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to get back into it, especially with GSG starting off this semester with a bang.
Oh yeah, there is... Hold on. I think there is 40 attendees here right now.
Yeah.
That's a great turnout.
I think, isn't this like our second largest turnout except for the first event?
It might be. It's definitely up there in top 3. This is a great turnout to start off the semester. Really exciting if you're into Smash. Really good looks for this semester coming up. And I think that Granite State Grind is especially going to turn out pretty well as we continue through our spring semester. But as we get ready to start off here, we've got 2 players on the setup right now. We've got Sleepy Curtis versus ON. Sleepy Curtis being our Cloud player. Tell us about what ON is playing.
He's playing random.
Isn't that exciting?
Confidence to go up to a tournament. Like, this is a tournament that you could get ranking in, and playing random is some of the most confident stuff I've ever seen. I'm
excited to see what character he's gonna get. Joker. That's not a bad pull. That's a pretty good pull right there.
Okay.
So we're gonna see Joker versus Cloud as we start off, and the best thing about random here is that he is gonna get to switch character every single time. So he's gonna be very unpredictable here. Already starting off, just exchanging back and forth. Seems like he knows a little bit about the character, which is very good. Definitely random, a good thing to have is a lot of character mastery across the board. A little bit of a jack of all trades kind of thing, looking to try and catch him out with some things that he may not expect or some weird picks, but Joker is pretty standard. A little bit of a difficult character though, and we'll see that coming out here as Sleepy Curtain is currently doing a good job of just establishing the stay. Arsene gonna come out from ON, give him a little bit more room to work with. The good counter there is gonna send Sleepy Curtain back, give him a little bit of space.
Yeah, right now, this matchup, it seems pretty good for ON right now. Joker is really good. Arsene is on the board, so he can probably make up the percent, especially with getting off that counter. He might be able to set up for an edge guard situation, but wasn't able to. Forge Smash coming out, but it was shielded. Cloud now has advantage. Joker gets back to center stage, but it looks like they're just whiffing back and forth right now, missing a couple grabs. Cloud does have meter though, so yeah, Side B is just gonna come out and take that stock.
A good first stock, Sleepy Curtain. You gotta feel good about getting that first stock, especially when you're going against someone who's playing random and it goes to be that close. That's definitely a little bit nerve-wracking there. Don't want to lose against that random character, but like I said, Joker's a good character to pull out here. Definitely a good contender if you know how to play them. It looks like ON is doing a pretty good job at this, is able to finally secure that kill, bring things 2-2, and he doesn't have that much of a life deficit either.
Yeah, right now it looks like Joker might be able to come back from this, getting the counter into the down smash, but the fastball, oh, they SD.
That's so sad.
Super unfortunate.
That is so sad. ON now down to his final stock, and Sleepy Curtain, I mean, he's still pretty healthy right now. He's going to spend limit just to get a little bit of percent right off the bat. ON trying to build up some bar with Rebel's Guard is going to be able to fully bring out Arsene here. Now got a little bit of power to work with. That timer is ticking down, and he's on the disadvantage. It's up to Sleepy Curtain just try and waste as much time as he can. Try and send Arsene back where he came from. See them trying to fight right here around the ledge as Sleepy Curtain once again able to secure that advantage, just trying to play around these projectiles. Arsene about to go back and out of the fight. That means ON is going to be a little bit of a power disadvantage here, especially with Sleepy Curtain at limit right now. He's going to spend it on the up B, getting a little bit of damage off of that, but not able to secure that kill.
Honestly, right now, it's going to be really hard for ON. Oh, but the DI mix-up with that back air was so sad. They were trying to roll back and just, like, pulled their control stick, didn't DI properly. Just unfortunate.
A very anticlimactic way to end that fight. Fortunately for Sleepy Curtain, he is likely not going to be playing against Joker again.
Yeah.
In all likelihood, he will probably not play against Joker again.
Unless ON decides to pick something else aside from random, but...
I hope not. He's sticking with the random. We're seeing that continue to come out here.
Let's see if we can get the run back.
We'll see. We'll see exactly. Let's take a look at what his pull is going to be here. It's going to be Zelda. Another good pull there. That's a pretty decent character pick. A little bit more of a technical character.
Yeah.
Kind of harder to make things work right out of the box, but if you know how to make things work, if you know how to land those lightning kicks, it can be very, very lethal.
Yes, definitely. One thing with Zelda, she's probably a lot better on the stage than like a couple others, but I'm still worried about Cloud getting limit and just speeding her down with back airs, getting the side B off to get a good 23%. Very nice.
Yeah, you really got to worry about Cloud's range in this situation. Zelda wants to buy a lot of space in between you and her. And for Cloud, that's going to be really easy to get around because he's so fast and has such good range on his air normals in particular that it's going to be pretty hard for Zelda to actually establish some space here. But we'll see. Get a little bit of room off of these attacks. The fire going to go a little bit wide. And ON is going to get the advantage here on the ledge. Sends him right back. Way to be able to pick up the first stock there. And ON is taking the lead.
A very good forward smash. It looks like Cloud's on ledge, gets the up air, putting Zelda into the air. Zelda goes down, gets the dash attack on the Cloud. Looks like Cloud's just charging up limit right now, trying to get some type of finisher move onto Zelda, but is able to get the up smash, getting limit for this next stock. Probably going to use it to get a couple quick percent with the side B. But a forward smash coming out, may be able to get this edge guard. Up B coming through, side B coming out from Cloud, getting 20% off. Up smash barely whiffing, Cloud whiffing another grab. Looks like they're just going back and forth right now, trying to establish some sort of pressure. Cloud gets the nair. Cloud is able to get a dash attack on Zelda at the ledge. Neutral B coming out, stopping Zelda's recovery, but Zelda gets back to ledge. Cloud gets an up air right there. Another one. Is back air, killing Zelda, taking the stock.
He's only at 8% as well. He is doing a great job at just keeping this life lead for as long as he can. Oh, and meanwhile, on the ropes, last stock potentially going to get knocked down into the loser's bracket right off of round 1. So for Sleepy Curtain, he's in a good position right now. Got to feel pretty good about this matchup so far. ON, though, is starting to build up some good percentage here off of this kind of range game that he's starting to play. Starting to zone out a little bit, buy some space, get some percentage off of these chip hits. Going to be a good block there, but ON still in a weird spot right now. A little bit discombobulated, it looks like, but Sleepy Curtain now off the side. We'll see if ON's really able to defend this ledge too. Well, looks like Sleepy Curtain's going to be able to get right back up in time. A rapid jab comes out. Not going to find too much there, but the full set of armor also going to go wide. And SC with limit right now is going to burn it. Not going to find any value off of it. Finding that back throw, though, trying to secure just the stage space right now. ON needs to try and find a way to lose or to end up the stock right now, because this is getting to be a little bit of a problem. Every time Sleepy Curtain has a chance to get hits in, that is just extra value on the second stock that he's still holding on to.
Right now, it looks like Cloud just trying to establish center stage. Oh, but Zelda misses the recovery, going too low on a fastball there. Looks like they buffered it. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what you expect to see come out of randoms, right? Is just a little, that lack of character familiarity leading to situations like that. It's unfortunate when it happens. We do love to see the random up there on our stream stage, but unfortunately not going to work out there, as Sleepy Curtain is going to take that first W on the Cloud. A pretty exciting matchup. Love to see Clouds always do well. I know he kind of terrorized Smash 4, but yep. I'm always a big fan of Cloud.
Many people, even in this game, think he's really good. You know, Cloud has kind of not really gotten too many buffs. Like, they've gotten a couple, but kind of just, like, gone up just because people are learning really the matchup chart and the flow chart with Cloud. He's just been going up because people are just so good. Over time, people thought Cloud's grab was basically one of his biggest hindrances. It still is, but now people are relying on more pressure, trying to just like zone with Cloud compared to Rushdown.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those characters that really just you can express your skill in a lot of ways with Cloud, and just because of the way he plays so fast, he has a lot of options to work with. He's very versatile, so it really allows players who do succeed in a lot of elements of Smash to really excel in that situation. Right now, we're just waiting for our next stream match to come on up, but right now, I do hope ON makes a good losers bracket run. I want to see them pop back up later, because I want to see the random.
That would be nice. You know, people who come in and play random are always really cool, especially if they know a lot of the characters in the game. You know, it's very interesting. It also gives a level of unpredictability to who you're going to play.
Oh, for sure.
But there's obviously that chance that you're going to get like Kirby and then just lose.
Yeah, it is. You get the benefit of maybe pulling some characters that people don't know how to play against, and that is the exciting part. Zelda and Joker, those are a little bit more represented. They don't get quite the advantage there.
Zelda, basically everyone knows how to play against because of Wi-Fi. You know, Zelda is just terrorizing online. And then Joker is just a very popular character that a lot of high-level players really like playing. And it's something that you're going to see a lot when going to tournaments.
And both of those characters are pretty hard as well. Joker is very hard to play effectively. He's very strong when played effectively, but actually getting him to that level of execution is very difficult. Zelda as well is just one of those characters where you have to really rely on a lot of her specials to play kind of play that neutral game for you. You kind of have to know how to zone people out, and that's always going to be kind of a knowledge check.
It's very hard to play projectile characters in a game like Smash where everyone's just so fast. Like in most fighting games, normally you have good moves to keep people in block for a while, but it's hard to really play zoners. Luckily, Zelda has neutral B, but playing at a high level like this, it's pretty difficult to pull out a good Zelda.
Especially on a stage like Battlefield,
Yeah.
where you have essentially 3 lanes that people can approach from. It's very hard to zone people out. If that was something like Final Destination, that would have looked very different in terms of how that played out. But unfortunately, Battlefield was, they were Pokemon Stadium, but still very, very tough to kind of work with or with those platforms. Going to be a little bit of a tricky situation, but once again, I'm excited to see kind of how this continues to play out. There's a lot of heavy hitters here in this bracket. A lot of the big name, the big names that you see at every GSG, they're here, as well as a lot of people, a lot of turnout from people on campus. So really, you know, if you are a student on SNU campus right now, if you're watching this from home, come down to the dining hall, come down to the top floor of the dining hall, the banquet hall, and come watch some of these players. There's a lot of people you'd probably know here, a lot of representation from on campus that we don't normally see. So it's a lot of fun to see just how many people are here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's one of the best events on campus, especially because it happens on the weekend. You know, campus doesn't really have a lot of weekend activities. So if, you know, you want to come down, you want to just get some food at the dining hall, chill, watch, you know, you could play. It's definitely a good environment to come down, but it looks like we got 2 new players headed to the setup right now.
Try and figure out who these people are. I see someone named Snake. Let's see if I can find that in the bracket here.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully they play Snake. If they play Snake, that's very exciting.
I love Snake.
Me too.
He's one of those characters that kind of just plays his own game, not really like anyone else in this. Very, very interesting character. I love seeing good Snakes come out. But yeah, we don't really see a lot of Snakes anymore, and I really hope we see some very good play this game. Looks like they're just doing controls right now. Just getting their names. So Snake and FR, it looks like.
All right, this matchup is Snake versus Joker. The person playing Snake is Ethan. The person playing Joker is Azuz. So we've got 2 people here. We've seen Ethan here before, I believe. Azuz, I don't think we have. And that's, I mean, just like we were talking about the turnout earlier, like I said, if you live on campus, you probably know 2 or 3 people here if you're watching this stream. I was walking around the venue and saw like 3 people that I know from my classes, didn't know they played Smash and didn't know they were interested in this, but they popped up here, got to see them. A lot of fun getting to connect with some people who I didn't know would be here.
Yeah, this is one of our largest turnouts that we've ever had, but looks like we're getting to the match right now. Joker versus Snake. I'm not sure who really favors in this matchup. Snake's such an interesting character that it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, it's definitely very much, I mean, Snake is a character that just has so many tools, and like I mentioned earlier, with kind of zoning on Zelda being like a knowledge check, Snake just has so many things that you kind of have to know how they work, and also pay attention to at once. It's definitely very much kind of a character that overloads your mental stack, and wants to kind of distract you with all sorts of different tricks and gimmicks. Definitely a very interesting character to watch, and one that is very, very hard to play effectively. Very much like Joker. So this is 2 very skill-expressive characters here, where it's really going to show exactly kind of how these players play and what their quirks are.
Yeah, exactly. You know, one thing about Joker, though, is that Joker, at least in my opinion, a lot of other people's opinion, is still one of the best characters in the game. Definitely probably top 3. So it's really, if Joker can pull out some of the more cheesy aspects, you know, like first fair, they can get a lot of stuff onto the Snake, especially with Arsene being out. But they are at 102 deficit right now on ledge, so it's going to be a bit difficult. 1 up tilt and they're dead.
Yeah, this is a scary situation to be in right now, and very scary for Joker, especially because when you're at 113%, you got to worry about those stray grenades, you got to worry about the stray C4. He's able to pick up a nice kill off of the platform right there, bring things 3-2, but we'll see how long that Azuz is able to hold on to this lead, because Ethan is, I mean, fresh stock 0%, has very little to worry about, and can really just try and set up his game plan going forward here. And he's going to be able to find a nice kill off the edge right there.
Gets the kill on the fair 2, or the 4 tilt 2, very good. You know, really what we're seeing right now is just like basic bread and butter from both characters. Joker's just trying to rack up some percent, just getting a lot of grabs, getting a lot of advantage state pressure. But Snake is really just trying to trade with grenades and stuff and get those stray hits that will get Joker to higher percent. So it's Gonna be interesting. Oh, forward smash just barely whipping because Snake got that down tilt off the hitbox shift. But Arsene is out right now. And the damage is terrifying. Snake got 80%. This is a bit scary, especially if Joker does anything like maybe a fair one, gets a couple back airs off. It's just going to be disastrous. But Joker's actually higher percent right now off, I think, 2 grenades. You know, grenades do so much damage. But a grab coming through, able to maybe get this edge guard situation. Arsene is gone right now, and it looks like Joker is able to get back to stage having center control. They are able to just dash dance away from it and grab the grenade. Up air barely missing because Snake is high, but the up smash coming out, or up tilt coming out from Snake.
Really, really good stock there from Ethan on the Snake. Got a little bit of an advantage here and is just able to try and get as much extra credit as he can, building up percentage with these projectiles and traps that he's laying down. The grenade going to find some big value there, as Ethan now at 60% will be able to get Arsene. Has a big opportunity here to finish off this stock. While he has this, Ethan is doing a fantastic job at just zoning him out, though, really keeping him at a distance, knocking him back, potentially finding a kill, and he will with 2 stocks remaining. That is going to be the first game going over to Ethan.
That was very well played. It was very unfortunate from Joker's side because, you know, you had Snake at such a high percent most of those stocks, but they just really couldn't get those kill moves out because Snake was playing so defensive. Very good play, really just pulling the grenade and waiting for Joker to hit the shield and then throwing the grenade so Joker picks it up when he tries to do another back air. Very well played by Snake, and it looks like they're going to go to town. I'm not sure why.
I appreciate the change in scenery, though, however.
Yes.
It's always nice to see something that's not Pokemon Stadium.
Yep.
Town and City, though, I mean, especially for Snake, some of these, some of how the stage assembles is going to be very, very good for him. Kind of in these situations where the platforms might disappear. That's going to be a really big thing for Snake when he gets those opportunities, and potentially some big combo opportunities here as well off of these tall platforms.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting coming into this match because I'm unsure why Joker picked. Maybe they're thinking that they can try to camp out the Snake a little bit more, but it feels like Snake's recovery path is just going to be a little bit easier because of, you know, going up behind, landing on one of the top platforms Joker can't reach. But maybe there's something that I don't know about with the Joker matchup. But Arsene is out right now, so this could be some big damage for Joker, but he's already at 92. It's a lot of damage just from grenades.
We'll see here as the platforms go away. Snake's got a lot more room to kind of dominate with right here. Really just holding this very straight plane here, and he's going to be able to just take a stock right off the bat. Just like that, Azu's going down to 2 stocks. Ethan still 28% though. He's building a huge life lead.
Ethan seems to just have the download on Joker, you know, really just figuring out what Joker wants. And it seems like Joker's not really necessarily mixing up a lot of his options with grab, really just trying to come in with back airs when he has Arsene. So it's going to be a bit difficult for him to do a lot as he's just throwing out hitboxes, getting hit by those grenades over and over and over again. So hopefully he'll be able to change up his game plan, or else it's going to look really bad.
See that Azuz here is kind of stuck on that platform, trying to just get back onto the stage. Has to try and run into Snake, which is always a little bit of a hard thing, especially with Arsene gone. Going to be kind of tough. He does get a good job of just keeping Snake in the air, but he's going to be able to touch the ground, get a little bit of this ground state back. Ethan going to get sent away with the C4 there, down to his final stock. Ethan's still holding on to 3.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate. It's just hard. Picking town, I'm not exactly sure about the play. I would have picked like Yoshi's, sort of a smaller stage so Joker can really pressure Snake down so he can't pull grenades. But Snake's just doing a very good job playing defensive, but the back air barely coming out to knock Snake off stage, and the up air coming out to grab that kill right there. Joker's just have center stage right now, and Snake's just throwing out a back air to try to kill Joker. Joker is at 72%, 83 right now. Just holding ledge, trying to get something out here. Gets a parry on the grenade and the down tilt. But Snake throws out another grenade, getting the up air, getting a lot of damage off on Joker. Down smash coming out, but Joker now has center stage. Hits with side B. It looks like they're just playing footsies right now, trying to get around each other, but the nair into grab was really good. Goes for an up air, but Snake can just recover so high on the stage. Grenade coming out, hitting Joker, but Joker's at 122. C4 coming out, killing Joker right as he drops the shield.
It's so much to keep track of in your head at once. It is so difficult. When Snake has the time, when you give him the space to really set things up, it is terrifying.
Yeah,
It can be so hard to just keep track of, like, where's the C4, where are the grenades, where the Nikita rockets falling, where is everything. It is a constant attack that you always have to be kind of aware of. And when Snake's in that situation, the game is so much in his favor. Hearing that the next people coming up to Station 1 are Cruss and Tyler, those are two of the biggest names here.
You know, Cruss is one of our players, and Tyler, I think, won last time, right?
I believe
Tyler,
so.
the Pit player or the Roy player?
The Roy player.
Okay. So yeah, Tyler, I think is also, I think he's PGR'd in New Hampshire, or PR'd in New Hampshire. Pretty sure.
He's number one.
Number one.
He's number one.
Wow, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to see.
He's won multiple GSGs.
Yeah.
He plays a little bit of Aegis. He plays a little bit of Roy. Got a lot of stuff under his belt that he can really work with here. Cruss, who, I mean, we're very familiar with Cruss, seeing him on our Crew Battle Varsity streams that are available, or that we have every single week. We haven't quite gotten started into the actual swing of the season yet, but that will still be happening again in this upcoming season. So if you love Smash, be sure to check out our varsity weekly streams. Once those get started, you can find more information on our Twitter at SNHUEsports. We have a crew battle. We have crew battles against other universities. They're a lot of fun. Be sure to check them out.
Yeah,
you can see a lot of character variety there.
Yeah, you get to see a lot of character variety. At one point last semester, we had a Little Mac v Little Mac just pulled out a random. It was one of the most hype sets ever. It was so fun to watch, and just all of our players are really good, and it's just very awesome to see sort of college come together with, you know, the relationship that all the players have is just so fun to watch.
Crew battles do kind of have they're very much one of the more interesting kind of games to watch that we have at our varsity streams, because they do each have their own storyline, right? You have 5 players against 5, goes all the way down to last player, and they make like this big hero play. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah,
definitely amazing. A lot of fun. So be sure to check those out if you are at all interested. Yeah, we're going back to Pokemon Stadium 2, where, I mean, this is where everything happens. This is where everyone wants
Band Stadium. Take it off every player list. This is all I see anymore. Take it off.
This is optimal Smash.
Optimal. Yeah. Palutena. Who's playing Palutena? Is that Tyler?
New character just dropped. We're seeing Cruss on the Falco like always, but Tyler's gonna be pulling out the Palutena.
Okay. This is interesting. I don't think we've seen Tyler's Palu yet. This is going to be a very interesting match coming up, especially on Pokemon Stadium. I'm not sure who this is better for. I thought it was a button test for a second. Looks like Tyler's just going to be able to get out those couple nairs, getting a lot of % off. Looks like Cruss's goal right now is try to get the download, really figuring out what Tyler is going to do. Gets a good fair off pledge, but he's already just sitting around waiting for Tyler to do something so he can kind of figure out what his options are and what his habits are, which is very good to play, especially against Palutena, where you they don't really have necessarily good mid-range, except for just will be like they have like dash up nair, but there isn't a lot that they can do. It's more like a bit farther. So playing at this sort of range is very good. Gets just the teleport through the neutral B. That was a bit crazy. Gets the up air but misses the back air there. I'm really interested to see how this goes so far. It looks like Cruss is just kind of waiting to see what Palutena does.
In a little bit of an awkward situation right now. The stare down coming out. This is a pretty even matchup though right now. Cruss is doing a good job at kind of standing his ground, holding up against the sort of range attacks that Palutena is able to put out, but a perfect parry is going to lead to a stock being taken off of Cruss. Tyler taking the lead. We'll see how much he's able to do with this 98% he's holding on to.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Falco definitely has a kill confirm around this %, but it looks like Cruss isn't trying to get Palutena too high to get out of that kill confirm window. So it's going to be a bit difficult. Right now, it just seems like they're playing kind of just normal sort of bread and butters from both characters, sort of just learning each other's habits right now. They're taking this extremely seriously, at least from what we can see by them playing. It's going to be interesting because really Palutena just has full center control right now, and it's really hard for Falco to get in. Palutena is just doing a good job dash dancing around all of Falco's burst windows, so getting that back air and just keeping Falco off stage is really the name of the game. But the fair off pledge has worked twice, might work a third time, but the side B coming out, I still don't understand how that move works.
This is getting scary. This is getting scary right now because Crust is now down to his last stock as Tyler continues to just go on a rampage right now, holding on to 152%. Gonna be able to teleport back up the ledge, get back on the stage, and still continue to build up this pressure, continue to take advantage of Falco not being on the stage. Just trying to zone him out with these big projectiles, these big specials, and doing a fantastic job at it. Falco right now, Crush is having a tough time hitting the ground, almost killing there. We saw the lethal spark coming out, but we'll see exactly how this goes as Crust now in a weird situation right now, is able to finally get that. Yep, the up smash going to lead into that stock going down for Tyler, but now at 91% on his last stock, Crust has a lot of work to do, and he might just go off the side. He stays alive, but trying to get back to the stage, it's gonna might be hard. He is able to get back, able to touch the ledge there, but the back throw is gonna lead to a death, and that is the first game going over to Tyler, showing us what his Palutena can do.
Yeah, too high percent. It looked like Crust was just trying to, at least this game, figure out really what Tyler's options were. Because players have habits, and if you can really learn them, then you can just basically take control of the entire match. And Falco's one of those characters that can kind of just burst really quickly. You know, they can do a combo and then lead into another one just immediately. So if Crust is able to really get the read, get the download on Tyler's habits, then he'll be able to take this next game pretty quickly.
Especially on characters like Palutena, who are trying to play around that range, trying to kind of space you out at mid-range. Once you learn their habits, you kind of know how to approach on them. And that's going to be a big thing for Tyler, trying to vary up those habits and trying to kind of condition Crust into making approaches that he thinks are safe, then punishing him for making those assumptions. But we'll see already as we get started off, Tyler taking a little bit of a life lead here, but we are just getting started as Crust now getting onto the top platform here. It's going to be scary. This is really high up.
Yeah, you know, Town and City is really good for Falco. It looks like Crust is keep trying to like spike with the side B, I think. It's a good Jer in mid-stage to get Palutena off. Trying to still get that spike with the side B. But the forward smash coming out in the back air to read that jump. Very unfortunate for Crust. But up tilt is going to come out and get the back air confirmed to get a kill off the corner. Very well played, and the platform setup looks to be pretty good for Crust if he can get a good combo off. Might be able to go up high again like he did last stock, but the forward tilt just barely clipping that. Is able to get the up air off ledge to get back center stage, but a neutral B coming out from Palutena to block that. Back air coming out, sending Crust off stage right now. Crust gets the side B back stage, but the down tilt coming out because Crust is a bit too high percent to stay on ledge that long. Back air coming out from a fair. Looks like Palutena tries to counter on top, but is stopping all of Crust's advances with neutral B. But a bunch of down Bs coming out to really try to zone out Palutena. Very good option select. Looks like Crust is going to be able to get back center stage, but gets back thrown off the side. Might be able to get a, good air dodge up. Sort of switching up the timing on that up that Palutena was expecting, but that down throw is really scary. Back air might come out or an up air. Palutena up being around the platforms. Might be able to kill, is able to kill just barely. It looks like Crust is in sort of a sticky situation right now. He is going to have to get off a pretty good combo into a kill confirm. Really, 2 openings for Crust should be enough to kill Palutena, but Palutena is just so much better at getting openings than Falco is. Oh, but being able to get that back air very early percent on the top of the platform.
That was so big. That was so big.
Amazing.
It's so important that Crust does not let Tyler continue to outpace him like he has been, and now he's starting to build up some damage. He's really just opened the door back up because that second stock for Crust looked really rough, but he's starting to get back, taking a little bit more control of this match. Tyler able to find a little bit of good damage there, get Crust off of the ledge here, trying to get right back up. Is able to get a great up tilt there, trying to find the combo, not quite able to as they fight over neutral right now. Tyler, very, very high percent in a scary situation, is able to break free of it though. Both Shield is trying to find some sort of opening here.
All right. Still has ledge. Gives Palutena back center stage, but Tyler is so high percent right now. Any kill confirmed from Falco will kill. Even an up smash right now. This is so scary for Tyler. He's going to have to come out with a couple things. A back throw off ledge. Oh, barely misses that spike on that 2-frame window, but gets the forward tilt off, sending Tyler off, but the side B coming out, sending Crust up really high. Up east to ledge perfectly. Is able to get the back throw. Just barely doesn't kill. Is able to side B back to stage. Gets the forward air. This is so scary. Tyler is on an edge. Up smash. Oh, the charge.
Oh, no. No. He was just out of range. That was so sad. So smart of Tyler to realize that he was out of range. That shows so much experience in that matchup, knowing the exact range
If that was
of that.
Falcons up smash.
That would have been... Oh, that was scary. That was a very, very scary situation, but a really great set coming out of Tyler. They're showing us the Palutena that we've never seen here at GSG before.
Was so unfortunate. That must have been so sad for Crust. I'm not sure about their match history, but, you know, Tyler's #1, so to be able to take win a game off #1 in tournament, that would have been really good for Crust. But that was just so unfortunate.
It happens, but unfortunately, Crust will be moving down to the losers bracket. I'm sure we'll see him again later. He tends to make it pretty far along in these tournaments. So once again, really good play from Tyler. Going to continue
if only that was Falcons up smash.
If only that would have completely changed everything. Looks like our next matchup coming up, it's going to be Sailor Jess versus Fall. This is exciting. I always love seeing Peach up here on the main stage, which Sailor Jess plays.
Fall's the Peach player or the Pit player?
Fall, I think, is the Pit player.
Okay.
Jess plays Peach.
Okay. This is going to be very interesting. Both these players are so good. I'm very excited to see Fall, though. I know you like Peach, but I like seeing a Pit, actually play because I don't see Pits too often.
Pit is one of my favorite characters to see, just because he is so fundamental.
Yeah.
It very much, you just kind of have to have a strong understanding of the game, and just be fun, like really good at the fundamentals to excel with Pit. Very much kind of a difficult character that doesn't have a lot of gimmicks. He's got good air control, but that really just enables him to do what other characters can do a little bit better. So definitely a really interesting character to see Sailor Jess on the Peach. A huge combo character. Really, really big at just kind of having like a great air game. Always great to see.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I think Pit might win just barely, but it really depends. You know, seeing a good Peach come out, it's very rare. There were really only like a couple good Peach players, and I think they all stopped playing the game. At high level, like full like nationwide, worldwide tournament. So it's always cool to see Peaches come out because a lot of people still put Peach as like #1 or 2 best character in the game.
Yeah.
So it's very, but they're so hard.
They're an incredibly execution heavy character. A lot of really tight windows to pull off a lot of things. You got item manipulation in there. Yeah. You got everything. You've got the whole kitchen sink.
Like float cancels. Yeah. Like their spacing, their shield pressure.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And so
crazy character.
Always really fun to see that character played at high levels. I'm seeing a Lilac Cruise hover right now.
Is Lilac legal?
I'm actually not sure. I don't think I've seen anyone pick Lilac.
But everyone hates Lilac.
Everyone hates Lilac, so I've never seen anyone pick it.
Are like very character specific things.
Yes.
Or like people just want to make you have a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very rare. I don't exactly know, but if they pick Lilac, it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be very odd to see. But yeah, I'm very interested.
It's Battlefield. They picked Battlefield.
Yeah. Well, at least not PS2. Let's go.
That's true.
Once.
That's actually
true. Oh my
true.
god. Now are they gonna pick Peach, which is like the worst character in the game, or Daisy?
Peach,
which is the best character in the game.
Jess plays Peach.
Jess
plays Peach.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They're gonna lose now. They just are.
I disagree. I think the Peach is higher up in the tier list here.
Peach is better than Daisy? That's a hot take.
But okay, we're up against Pit here. This matchup in particular, I think, is going to be kind of tough for Pit, because Pit really wants to predict your movement, especially with the arrows. When he's trying to zone you off stage, he really is trying to predict your movement and kind of pigeonhole you into moving into a bad position.
Yeah.
Peach is going to be really hard to do that.
Pit is kind of a tech chase character. Pit feels weirdly like Sheik from Melee in a weird way because they do a lot of throws and stuff. But if only Pit had Pyramithra hitboxes, this character would be so good. Because literally they have the same
that for every character.
They have this, if you look at the hitboxes, they have the same exact nair, but Pit has like 4 dots on his like nair, and Pyramithra has like 60 like massive circles, like multiple different damage zones. Like, yeah, they definitely put a lot more effort into the DLC, but it looks like this was just sort of a button test, or maybe someone like forgot their control setup.
It's all good. They're getting things figured out right now.
Yeah.
This this matchup in particular, aside from the characters, we talked plenty about the characters, but both Sailor, Jess, and Fall are typically players that you see making their way up to the top 8, if not the top 4. So these are two really big names to keep your eyes on as well. We just had, if you missed it, we just had Tyler versus Crust, which is another big matchup that we had. Tyler's won multiple GSGs, bringing a new character this one, playing Palutena, so that'll be interesting to see. But Jess, I believe, was top 3 in our first GSG. So definitely a strong contender to really look out for there. And Fall, I believe, was top 3 at the last GSG.
Yeah, they're both
top 3 or top 4.
They're both like really good players. I think they are both PR'd. I'm not exactly sure what ranking they are, but they are both insane. I've never seen a Pit played like this, or even a Peach, because Peach is just very rare. It's very rare to see, especially now. It's probably as rare as like Wii Fit Trainer. Probably, like, usually see them played around the same amount, and they're also both character specialists. Either you know how to play Peach, or you just play something else. Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen a Wii Fit Trainer here at GSG.
Maybe we have one.
Maybe once. I don't think I was on the couch for it when it came up, but
However, the rarest character is Mega Man.
That's true.
When have you ever seen a Mega Man?
Well, just give the game like another 10 years of being out, and people will figure out how to do Mega Man Infinites.
I think there is already a Mega Man Infinite with like Footstool Down B or something.
There might be. I know they're always crazy hard. Like they're almost impossible to pull off. Let's go ahead and get started off with this match. Peach versus Pit, Sailor Jess versus Fall. Both pretty even at the moment, getting a little bit of an advantage here into Jess's favor as they start to play around the ledge, doing a great job at just maintaining this pressure and keeping that up. Very hard to go down after Pit, though.
Honestly, I'm not sure what's, like... Oh my god, the turnip is going on over the top, not getting reflected. I've never seen that before. But the arrow's just coming out perfectly. Fall's just so good with those arrows. I was going to say, though, I'm not sure who benefits more from the stage pick. I think it might be Pit, actually, but I might be completely wrong. I don't know that much about Peach, so...
I think you got to be really scared if you're on these platforms against Peach, because Peach is able to just float right below the platform and just skim you at the top of her hitboxes. It's a really scary situation to be in, and especially with the turnips as well, throwing those in between the platforms, definitely something you got to be very, very worried about, especially against someone who is a Peach specialist. They're going to know exactly, the turnip trajectories, everything like that. So we saw a kill like that earlier, but we are going to see Fall even things up 2-2. Has a decent life deficit right now, but we'll see if he's able to make that up and starts to build up some damage.
That was like a DK combo, down air into up smash. But is able to get that up air to get back to ledge. Very well played, really just knowing that Peach was going to sit there. I'm doing a very good job zoning, getting off all these grabs, very necessary. Really just reading Fall right now, but it's kind of hard because he's playing down, so it's going to be difficult. Really, Peach just has so much control over the map. It's very difficult, especially with all her flow camps. Barely able to get that off ledge. Fall just sat too long, not realizing that it was at a high percent. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And now Jess is in a great spot already. I mean, starting to build up some percentage at 90% now, but still, this is a hard spot for Pit to really kill you in without making a big call out right here. Jess going to be able to get back up onto the stage. A big block there, going to be able to punish that, bring him all the way coast to coast, take him to the other end of the stage, start to send him off. The turnip going to get reflected, but right back into the hands of Jess, still playing around this ledge, going to get the throw here. Really, really nice pressure being applied.
Yeah, this is crazy. Peach's ledge trapping is insane. Pit obviously has the recovery of a god, like probably one of the best recoveries in the game. But yeah, getting that up air, really just calling that out every single time. Pit having those multiple jumps is so useful for getting back. But Peach just has so much control over center stage. It's going to be really hard for Fall. Going so low. Yeah. Peach just doesn't have the recovery to get up that high, but, Pit is Pit, having basically one of the best recoveries in the game.
I was just thinking, I love how aggressive Jess is playing, and then that happened. Yeah. Just a little bit of an overextension right there, but it really, you got to highlight exactly how aggressive Jess is playing with the Peach, not allowing any room and going to be able to close out the first game right there. Jess still one stock left, taking it down Fall. So get ready to move into our next game. I'm excited to see how Fall adapts to this, because this Peach is overwhelming.
Yeah, I think definitely a better stage pick. I think probably something more open would probably be the best idea, unless he really wants to rush down Peach, but those float cancels, just has the ability to, like, they aren't like a normal Peach. They know how to flow cancel well and get the shield pressure, as we just saw in that last match. So really picking a tight stage isn't necessarily the best idea in my opinion, but who knows? I'm not a Pit main. But going Dark Pit, maybe thinking those stronger arrows or that side B will help. I know they send at different angles and the arrows are a bit stronger, but you can't directing as much. I think that's probably a good decision though, because Peach kind of has a really good recovery, especially with floats. But Town and City, yeah, I think it's definitely a better stage.
Yeah, Pit's going to be able to really control the stage when it goes into the FD form. And then also playing around these platforms that are so high up, it's going to be really hard for Peach to really try and exploit those top left and top right platforms. Jess already finding some decent damage here, though, but we'll see Fall start to pick up the pace a little bit here as he starts to try and chase after Peach, finding some good stray hits here and there to start to build up percentage, staying pretty even and neutral with each other. No one really quite finding the advantage yet.
Yeah, right now it seems like they're very even, really just trying to get each other's downloads. It looks like Fall adapting with this character pick was pretty good. Zoning a lot more out with arrows is a really good option because it either keeps Peach in the air or on the ground. So yeah, it's a lot more dangerous for Peach to really do like aggressive options. Spot dodge coming out into the grab though, that was really good read.
Now we see Pit, I mean, just knocked full stage away here from Jess. Fall trying to, I mean, really able to build up a lot of space here, but just moving back in with that side B, Jess able to reclaim that center stage, which is really what they're both fighting over right now. They want, they both want to be the one who's holding center stage. They both want the other one to try and push into them here. Pit trying to move in. Fall finding some good damage. They're not able to fully connect with the rapid jab, though. Both of them pretty high up in percentage, but Fall definitely at a scary spot. Able to get back onto the stage with side B, buy a lot of space there, but is going to get sent off with Jess finding the first stock. 130% though. We'll see. They're not able to hold on to it for long.
Yeah, it seems like both these players are really even right now. This is definitely good for Pit. It's at 28% though. Basically, oh, that's just so unfortunate. Peach just had so much edge pressure, but that turnip coming out, oh, the Nair. Are they dead? I think they might be. Oh, Pit can still keep recovering as long as they want. Oh, is able to get back just barely. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Getting up to 115 just from edge guards. Yeah, that's a bit scary. Fall's gonna have to do a lot here. Oh, tried to get a back throw off on the platforms while they were moving away. But Peach is going to be able to get the down tilt, getting that nair, almost killing Dark Pit. Dark Pit is going to be able to get back to ledge with an up air, maybe just barely grabbing. Back air on a roll read off ledge from Jess. Very well played. Fall is able to get the grab, is able to get just a bread and butter combo, getting that down air into the nair, but Jess is able to get the turn up into the back air. Fall is still on ledge, but the up smash coming out. Very well played. Grab coming through into the up air is putting Jess in disadvantage. Jess doesn't really have the ability to get down. It's kind of hard for Peach, but the Nair coming out trading. Fall is getting a lot of good combos off, but the up air is coming out from Jess. Will keep hitting air for too long. Down air coming out, putting Jess back in the air. It's kind of back and forth right now as we see. Grab coming out, is able to tech on the platform, gets the up air to get back to stage very easily. But yeah, Fall's going to have to work a lot right now. Jess is at 101, but he is at 87. That's going to be a uphill battle right now. Grab coming out, putting Fall off stage. Fall is able to get back to ledge. Neutral gets up, is able to just get center control. Gets the back air out, killing just barely. Really, Fall right now is going to have to just try to get a good combo off. Is able to get a down throw into the down tilt there. This might be something big right now. Is just playing footsies right now in the air. Both characters have such insane air movement, but Fall does seem to have advantage right now. Oh, gets back aired off stage. This is a bit scary. Oh, neutral get up into the nair. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, just going to get caught out on the ledge there. So that's something that happened a lot in that set, but Jess finally able to close that one out. The Peach moving forward, I'm sure we'll see. I mean, I've said this every time, but we've just seen a ton of heavy hitters. I'm sure we'll see Fall making his way up the losers bracket again. But especially for the Peach there, I think that's going to be a really tough matchup if you are not experienced fighting Peach.
Yeah.
And I think it's really hard to find a lot of Peach specialists these days, like you said. So kind of having that matchup experience is difficult to have. Well, so I think you're going to see situations like that as we can see through the bracket. We're also going to see a lot of people walking in front of the camera too.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, Smash players, no respect.
No respect.
But Yeah, it's really hard though because Peach requires a lot of experience and just a lot of muscle memory. Because their punish game is so good. Like they have the ability to basically 0 to death you off like 2 good reads. Like 1 neutral interaction, you're probably dead if it's like the highest played level of Peach. But those level of players really carried over their information from like Brawl to Smash 4 and then into this game. So a lot of the people picking up Peach now or in Smash 4 doesn't necessarily have as much experience. Peach is very much just an experience type of, you are a one trick of the character. So to find those specialists are really hard.
Yeah, looking at our next matchup here, let's see if I can find this on the brackets. I heard it's going to be Dan's Undertale versus El Jefe. We've seen both these players here before.
Yeah, we have.
This is currently right now the final this right now is winners round 3. So right after this, we'll be moving into winners quarterfinals, probably after we do the losers bracket. But just to give you an idea of where we are in the tournament, we are getting close to winners quarters. And then for losers right now, it looks like we're playing losers round 2. Losers round 2 is being played around us right now in the venue. So we'll get to see losers round 3 probably up here on stream. Up here in this match, we're seeing, okay, it is El Jefe is Whirlpool playing Rob. And that Whirlpool is a player from Maine. We've seen him here before, I believe.
Yeah.
I think in the last 2 GSGs, he's made top 4. We had a big Rob mirror match between Whirlpool and Cabello. I believe.
Was Whirlpool the other Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, they were both really good. I think that was one of my favorite sets at GSG so far, except for Cabello and Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cabello and Tyler was crazy, but yeah, Whirlpool and Cabello was one of the most interesting matches. Dan, coming out with the Joker, though. I'm very excited to see this. We're really getting, up to speed really quickly. We're getting a lot of good players. Oh, but the gyro just interrupting a lot of what Joker wants to do. It looks like right now they're just playing basic neutral. Looks like Joker hasn't gotten a good opening till right now. It looks like really Whirlpool's just going to try to play around Nair and just sort of like mid-range zone. Rob's just one of the best characters. Like, Rob is like a DLC character that wasn't DLC.
True. Yeah.
Rob can rush down, Rob can mid-range zone, Rob can sort of long-range zone, Rob has insane edge guards, they have combos with gyro, they have crazy kill confirms. Rob kind of has everything. They're like a jack of all trades, but a master of none, kind of. They also have a 0 to death. They have a touch of death. Like, not even just a 0 to death.
As all characters should.
Oh, but the back air coming out, that was actually really good. It just going high, being able to get that kill. Rob usually survives a lot longer than that. Oh, but the counter coming out. Very well played. Side B. Looks like right now Dan is just doing a very good job at sort of like guerrilla warfare, like going in when he needs to and then running away. It's very well played so far.
Yeah, Dan's been doing a great job, like you said, just kind of dancing around Rob. You got to be really scared, especially when you get above 100%, because Rob does just get those the combos off of his throw where he grounds you, is able to find kills off that. We're going to see that there as he brings you up to the top platform there. Is so rough to deal with. It's going to bring Dance down to his second stock here. Whirlpool only a little bit behind at 45%, but we're pretty even right now as Dan's starts to pick up a little bit of pressure here on the ledge.
Yeah, it's crazy. Rob has, like, basically 3 kill throws, because back throw can be into neutral D at ledge at high percents, but then you have up throw and down throw, which are just crazy. But another grab coming out, reading that Rebels guard, very well played. Getting the back air, but it getting shielded into a dash attack was very good. Whirlpool deciding to go high, gets called out with a side B. Joker just can't really get that high to really contest Rob in those situations. So Joker's really going to have to play on the ground, and it looks like Whirlpool's just trying right now to the up B barely.
That was so sad.
Unfortunate. Yeah, but it's going to be really hard because Joker really doesn't have the ability to contest, and Whirlpool can kind of just like wait out Arsene. So it's going to be difficult. But is this going to be another situation?
Ooh. just barely not making it over to the ledge. Is able to get right back up, but Dan's continuing to just build up that, or Dan's continuing to just see his percentage go up and up and up as Whirlpool continues to apply pressure here around the ledge. Almost hit the 2-frame. Not quite. That's good plate from Dan's there. Gets back up. Is able to send Whirlpool off the side there. Open things up a little bit, but he's still at 100%. You've got to be so scared against Rob right now.
This is super unfortunate for Dan, though, because he like Arsene wore off right after he got that stock. So it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to get a lot of good openings, probably like 4 to 5 openings to actually close out this set, just getting up good damage. And he's going to have to not really get hit by anything except like Nair. Like even neutral B will probably kill. A very good Nair into dash attack on that mistech. But yeah, it's just down. Barely gets out. Actually, very well played by Dan. Oh, misses. Oh, is he dead? No, okay, barely. He gets Arsene, though, so this is a way for him to maybe come back. Oh, but the up throw on the platform will just take that
That's
stock.
rough.
Yeah, that's rough. But they do have game 2, and Dan did really, really good. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder what his counter pick's going to be, because Rob can kind of do well on most stages, except for, like, maybe Yoshi's. But that also probably isn't that good for Joker, because of the, like, slants. Probably can't do any, like, up air jargon on platforms.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what they're going to choose. They might go for, like, an FD.
Definitely, I mean, hopefully not Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, God.
Because that is such a good stage for Rob. I mean, we're going to see it come out again. It's just a good stage for a lot of great characters. But for Rob especially, we saw it twice there, where he found the kill off of the, I think, the up throw into the platform. That's essentially just, you know, there's like 30% of the stage where if you're standing there and Rob grabs you, you die. So we're going to see the exact same matchup coming out here. I mean, overall, it was a pretty even matchup.
Yeah.
Dan's did have an SD last time.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a big factor into kind of how that played out. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit
more gunplay coming out though from Dan.
Oh yeah.
I think that's probably the best option. Is really just trying to do some jank with gun, especially when Arsene's out. But it looks like they're pretty even right now. Dan has percent lead like he did last time. But those gyros are just coming out and just absolutely. Oh my God!
Doesn't matter. It's Rob. That's Rob.
Yeah, Rob. Fun. I love Rob.
That would have been so hype against anyone else.
Yeah. Anyone else with a bad recovery, like it would have killed Cloud probably, or been a good edge guard attempt. But yeah, Rob can just tech chase, especially because you don't want to roll into gyro in those situations. I hope Dan really does more gunplay, though. I feel like that's the best way to really get rid of Rob's like mid-range sort of like poking with Fair and Nair and stuff. But Dan's doing a very good job right now. Goes really low. This is really scary. I don't like it when they do that. Gets the up smash, though. Doesn't kill. Dan, I think that was a spot dodge, is able to try to get off the Fair, but Rob can just get that. Down throw really didn't lead to anything. It looks like Dan is going to have a hard time killing. He doesn't have Arsene anymore, and the up E coming out was good. Doesn't kill. And then just Gyro taking full control of the stage right now. Oh. Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay, Dan. All right.
He's able to get back up. All right. I mean, I really do like the way that Dan's is playing off the stage against Rob. Most people, when they play against Rob, are so scared to go off the stage, and that's for good reason. Rob can absolutely mess you up off stage.
Dan's doing such a good job interrupting Rob's area with gun.
Exactly.
Oh my God. He's playing so well, really just adapted, just deciding that gun was a better option. Rob does, oh my God, is he able to get the 2 frames? There's so much wasted fuel, but doesn't matter because Rob's back on stage now. Yeah. Oh, Reflector coming out perfectly. Okay, is able to pick up Gyro, but rolls away and gets dash attacked. Rob might be able to get this edge guard. Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Joker really couldn't get a good up the angle right there and just kind of had to do something really predictable.
But that was only Dan's first stock. That was Dan's first stock here. Whirlpool now at 100% on his second stock. So this is going to be, I mean, Dan still definitely has an advantage here in momentum. Already has him off the ledge, has Arsene up. A very scary situation, and a great shield is going to lead to a fantastic punish. Whirlpool down to his last stock. Dan's taking some damage here. Things can even down.
He's able to get that side B. That just evens it up with all
That's
the work
crazy. That is so crazy.
All of the work that he did. So unfortunate. You know, I always like rooting for the underdogs, but Rob is a monster, especially Whirlpool is such a good player. Yeah, it's really hard for Dan to do a lot right now. Hopefully it doesn't get tilted off that and is able to carry the momentum from the last couple stocks. But it looks like maybe Whirlpool has the download right now. It looks like Dan is up in percent and has Arsene right now, so he might be able to get something big. But Rob does the downer, barely missing it. Gum coming through, knocking back the gyro, gets hit by it, but a grab coming through on a dash attack on shield. He is able to get the reflector, throws the gyro. Looks like it barely doesn't get nared. Fair coming out. Oh, empty landed forward smash. That was such a good idea, but just was able to shield it. The down throws don't really seem to be doing anything. Dan's just playing around it so well, able to air dodge at the right time, really mixing up his directions. But Dan is just trying to edge guard so much. Even without Arsene, he's doing such a good job edge guarding. Oh, barely misses that down smash. Gun coming out, really trying to interrupt Rob best he can. Gyro really having center control right now. Looks like Whirlpool will be able to get back to ledge, though. Whirlpool might be able to get a down throw here. Might have come for an up throw there, but the back air coming out from Dan. Very well played. Dan is able to get back to ledge, but Whirlpool has center stage. Dan misses the Rebel's guard there, so he doesn't get Arsene percent just yet. This is so scary as Whirlpool just standing right there, just not doing anything. Nair coming out, stopping Dan's approach. Is able to parry the gyro, but the Nair coming out. Oh my god, this is so scary. Dan gets ledge. Oh, side B, does that kill? Oh my god, he doesn't. Oh, is able to shield the back air, but the gyro coming out, sending Dan off stage again. Oh, the gun into back air, but the miss up.
No! So sad to see, but that is going to be Whirlpool taking that game after an incredibly close second game. Came right down to the wire.
Are we even in top 8 yet?
We're getting close. That we're in winners quarters right now. So this is
good of games before top 8.
I know.
Oh my god,
there is so many monsters here today in this bracket. So a really great kind of event overall to really see. A great game there. You got to feel a little bit sad about the SD in the first game. That could have turned out totally differently if this went to game number 3. But as we wrap up with this game, we are going to throw it to a quick break real quick. We will be back in just a few minutes while we get ready to go forward through the tournament. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Have a good one. See you around.
Hello and welcome back through to go into losers round 4. My name is Shane. You can call me Sholey. As always, I'm back here with Connor. Connor, how we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm really excited for this matchup here. And I mean, I'm completely ready to just get right into it.
We've got El Jefe versus the Joker.
Yeah.
Right now. And so that is Incineroar, El Jefe on Incineroar, and the Joker on Dr. Mario.
Yeah, Mario's actually disguised as the Joker right
he's
now.
wearing his the closest thing to the Joker that he had in his wardrobe, which I think is going to give him a power boost.
It might just actually give him a power boost. He probably believes he lives in the society right now. But it seems that both of them are kind of teetering around 60% right now. Joker's taking the lead here with this edge guard though right now. It's actually crazy that Dr. Mario has this capability on the edge guard there.
You don't see a lot of Dr. Mario. Normally you see a lot of Mario, but Dr. Mario has always been kind of an underrepresented character. He's a lot more of a heavy hitter, and so against a character like Incineroar, we might see that have a little bit of value. There we see the Lariat coming through, trying to find a little bit of damage there. Missed time, threw him up though, and now it's going to be the Joker, who's here on the stage. A fantastic knockback there, just trying to get back on. That's going to be an SD from El Jefe, who is going to come back on his second stock right now. The Joker at 96% has, I mean, he's pretty close to death's door at the moment, but we'll see if El Jefe is really able to cash out on that.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Mario is known for that kind of heavy hitting there, but Incineroar is just such a heavy character right now. It's hard for him to actually get value off that, and Jefe just takes that stock right off of him right there. I mean, Joker's got a 59% lead right now, trying to work with what he's got right now. But it's kind of hard playing on the edge right now with Incineroar. His grab there is one of the things you really got to look out for, especially on the edge here against him.
Something especially, I mean, like you said, that grab is something very unique to Incineroar. Not a lot of characters have a command grab like that. So it's definitely, one of the unique strengths of him, and definitely something that changes how you play around him a lot, but a great stage spike there is going to send him down. A Jefe on his final stock. The Joker, once again, a very similar situation. 2 stocks left, 118%, a lot of damage racked up. We'll see if he has the opportunity to actually cash out on it here, as El Jefe, just trying to get control center stage, is able to do so successfully. So the Joker tries to get back up to the ledge, but he's going to get sent out of here. Now 1-1, pretty dead even.
It's a very even matchup here, both around 40% right now. And Jefe is going to take the lead right now. He's controlling center stage very, very nicely here. And Dr. Mario trying to just get back in the mix here. He's at 90% right now. It's just one fatal blow here away from getting off the edge. The counter misses, and the grab's going to throw him off the edge there.
A fantastic grab there. The 2-frame not going to quite go through, but the Joker now trying to go deep, trying to find this play, but not going to be able to as they get back to center stage. A great hit from El Jefe. It's going to send the Joker off the side, and that's going to be game for El Jefe, finding the first round here. A really close matchup.
It was very close. I mean, both of them were just right on the edge there. I feel like Joker had the lead for the most part in the stocks there, but I mean, Incineroar is one of those characters that can just quickly turn the tides of these fights here.
That was, by the time like the second stock came through, I was like, okay, this is the Joker's game, right? El Jefe is in a weird spot right now, but he was really able to make a big recovery, come back in a strong way. And I think that's something that's really important for him in this matchup, because when you're going against Dr. Mario, very much kind of wants to get that momentum, wants to just really get you over the ledge. We might see him switch over to regular Mario. He's messing around on the character select screen right now, looking at a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of diversity, a little bit of variety in his play right now. I mean, it's probably kind of similar, those two characters there. They're basically echo characters.
Essentially, there's a little bit of minor differences here, but I mean, the Doctor title is gone. Do no harm is out of the picture. This is regular Mario. He's got his overalls on. He's ready to do some work right now.
He's not even keeping up the disguise anymore with the Joker. He's just Mario.
Yeah, this is not even close to the Joker, but it is very much closer to Mario, and so I think that's going to be very good for him here in the situation. Very much more of a combo character than Dr. Mario.
And so as he channels the Mario right now, he's taking a big percentage off on Jefe here. He's at 94%. I mean, he is a very heavy character, but it's still a pretty big percentage lead right now. he's playing the center stage right now, kind of taking control of the ground. And that aerial recovery, so good, but Hefe's just going to take him out right now. Teetering on 129% right now. He's going to try to get what he can out of this stock before it is too late.
And you know, I think we got some El Jefe fans in the crowd. I heard someone scream, "Let's go Jefe!" So
Yeah.
I think that he's definitely getting a little bit of a power boost from that. Going to make him a little bit stronger here. Meanwhile, the Joker, a little bit misunderstood by society, but that's strong in its own right as well. We'll see now. I mean, Incineroar, El Jefe at 172%. Mario just needs to find one big opening here. He needs to be able to find one something here, and he's just going to go 2-frame, but still not able to kill. We'll see if Jefe is able to get back to the stage. He's not quite able to. Doomed to die off of that hit, but we're now 2-2 as he resets with a brand new stock. We'll see the Joker now getting tossed around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he got so much percentage off of that one stock there, and now he just controls center stage. It's so hard for Joker to actually contest this with so much percentage taken from him. And those grabs, too, are, I mean, they're basically a free hit. You're going to block, right? Because he's a heavy hitter there, and then he just walks up, grabs you with that command grab. It's very dangerous here. But the Joker is actually taking the back of the center stage here, working with what he's got, but it's just so hard right now with Jefe playing this Incineroar. That spot dodge is going to do wonders for him, though, and now he's got the edge guard.
See him trying to get back on the stage here, having a really tough time, but is finally able to find a hit on the Joker there. Jefe able to get back on, but both sides now just continuing to go coast to coast, ledge to ledge, fighting over who's got the advantage. Jefe able to find a stock right there. It's going to be Joker down to his final, but immediately evening things up. It's going to be another close matchup. This could very well go to game 3 if we're not, if this doesn't go quite the way of El Jefe.
Right, it's just so close here right now, and the Joker's going to take the lead. When Jefe doesn't have the percentage on Mario here, I feel like he's just such a hard combo character to kind of fight against, and he's really good at juggling you when he has control of the ground like that, especially with Incineroar, a character that can't really contest that ground coming back down from the air there, and that recovery is going to almost fall a little bit short. He just barely has it there. But just playing this neutral right now, it seems like Jefe is going to try to take the lead right now. They're both around 90%. It's so close right now. It's coming down to probably the last hit there. The edge guard is just barely not going to make it.
So sad for El Jefe, but that means we're going to game number 3 as the Joker finds a W. It's going to be, I mean, these last 2 games have gone right down to that final interaction, like a coin flip based on who's going to win here. And so this game number 3 is going to be really interesting to see, because they both, they're both acclimated to each other at this point. They're both adapting. They both kind of know how each other play. They both have the most informed decisions going on here. We're going to Final Destination.
All right, this is like the final fight here. I mean, it's so fitting. It's the third round here of the fight, and they're going on Final Destination. Both their characters locked in. They got the Incineroar, they got the Mario, and I think it's just such an even matchup here.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting stage to go on here. But Mario's not going to have the platforms to kind of work his combos around, which could be a little bit of a hindrance for him. Incineroar, meanwhile, it's going to be really hard to avoid all of those grabs, all of those big, heavy-hitting moves when you don't have that vertical space to really move around here. So very much going to be a lot of direct confrontation here. Not a lot of room to kind of weasel around like we've been seeing here. And we're already, I mean, both of them just kind of keeping pace with each other, trading it back and forth here, although it looks like the Joker are going to get sent off to the side. We'll be able to get back in with that fireball, creating a big opening for him, but just exchanging blows left and right, both sides feeling particularly volatile right now. As it's going to be the Joker who goes up off the top. El Jefe, we'll see how much longer he lasts in this current situation. Not much longer.
That cape there is going to send recovery straight off the edge, and I feel like in this stage here with both these characters, neutral is your best friend, and Incineroar probably is a little bit more favored in that, but also at the same time, regular Mario has the combo potential, and especially with Incineroar being kind of heavy, he's got a lot more options and routes to go about his combos here. But it does seem like Incineroar is taking the stage very nicely here, right in the center there. That grab is trying to just be dodged there, and now it was his turn, but he's going to take it right back with that command grab.
Just robbing it away from him. That is the Joker down to his final stock. El Jefe's got a significant lead right here. We'll see if the Joker is able to find too much momentum getting back into the game. Incineroar picking up some decent damage there, is able to get his counter stocked up. Got to be really, really scared about the kind of power he can send out right now, especially at 62%. That is a scary spot to be in. We'll see him start to come back up. Will get hit before he's able to get back on, and now down to his last stock, 1-1. We're down to the wire again, but the Joker is a little bit hurt here.
Yeah, these stocks are just burning away. They're burning through both of them, and now Joker's at 80% right now. It's looking a little bit grim, and that command grab might just finish it out, and it does.
Unfortunately, the Joker will not be coming back from the sequel. He is out from here, losers round, getting knocked out. El Jefe continuing to move forward, though. A really impressive Incineroar play going on there. We've got to see a lot of great Mario as well, but really, really close matches there. Really could have gone, I feel like, either player's way based on a few really key interactions.
Yeah, it was so close there. I mean, right down to the wire, I had no idea who was going to be the victor there until the end. I mean, with both those characters, I feel like it's a very volatile matchup for sure, like you said. But I really did believe that Mario had a little bit more of an advantage there with heavy character, but you know, it turns out that grab there just actually just chunks you, kills. I mean, it killed around like 80-90% there, which isn't that impressive, but I mean, it still does a lot of damage there.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see a lot of Incineroar players that often. He's kind of, I mean, more represented than some characters, but still not quite that big. There's a lot of Marios out there. And so I think that matchup knowledge is really important, especially against, you know, when you're going against grapplers like Incineroar, it's all about kind of knowing how they apply their pressure, their ticks, kind of their flow chart and what they're working with there. And if you're not quite familiar with that, it's going to be a really tough matchup there to work around. So we'll see exactly how El Jefe continues to move through the bracket here, if he continues to run into a little bit of trouble, or if he just continues to play really well like that. But right now on station number 1 on here on the stream, we got Luxa versus Maverick. Interested to see what these two are playing here. This is, I mean, the final round of losers before we start to really get into top 6, and that's going to be exciting.
That is definitely going to be exciting, and we're going to see all these players that we've seen just fight so hard continue in their climb up the bracket here. But this is the last of the losers bracket, right?
We're getting close to the end of the losers bracket.
Okay,
we're still going to have 4 players on the loser side and 2 players on the winner's side after this round. So we're getting close to the end game right here. We've seen a lot. I mean, we've got to see a lot of the really big heavy hitters, the monsters here at the bracket. We've seen a lot of them on the winner's side of the bracket. Not getting to kind of check in on the loser side of the bracket. We're not seeing, we haven't gotten to see too much of really the big scary people down here. Like Insignia is down here in losers right now. And that is someone you really got to watch out for.
Right,
That is a scary person to have.
I've heard the name and I've heard the legends and the tales. It is definitely a scary tale there. But in the previous rounds here, let's talk about maybe what's the most popular character we've seen so far in the tournament.
We actually haven't seen that many duplicates. I think we've maybe seen the most Joker out of anything. However, we had someone playing random earlier, and they
really?
pulled Joker.
Okay.
So I think that's the only reason why we've seen more Joker than anything else. But there has not been a lot of overlap.
That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that variety there that you got between every player. And I mean, definitely in this game with how many characters we got, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see them switch it up and have their own unique playstyle for every character here. But we're going to see a bit of action coming out from Sheik and Ike right now.
I'm excited for this matchup. I love to see Sheik. Such a fun character, such a cool combo character to see come out. We have not seen any Ike yet either. We're seeing Luxa on Ike, I believe. They are number 2 in New Hampshire. Maverick, meanwhile, on the Sheik. We'll see if they can give them a run for their money as they get into this game here. Pretty even so far. Able to find a nice little pickup there with Maverick. Trying to just get a little bit of stage pressure here. Definitely got to be a little bit scared playing as Sheik against Ike because you are so light and Ike just hits so hard. You really, really got to be scared about every engagement you take, and that is a death. What was that at 60 or 70%? That's what you got to be worried about.
Yeah, Ike just kills so early with his heavy hitting attacks. He's also a pretty heavy character there. 65%, that neutral air didn't send him anywhere. I mean, it doesn't really have that much launch power to begin with, but Ike is just another one of those heavy characters that we're going to see today. And he's at 85% here, just still wailing on Maverick. Maverick is going to be able to take his turn, get him off the stage a little bit, and now he controls the ground, but not for long. Just being able to land there and contest it again. He's just taking so much percentage, still on his third stock here.
A really nice up B, though, going to buy a lot of space here for Luxa as they start to move through here. Going to hit into the shield. Does do a lot of damage, but not going to be able to break it. Another up B out of the shield, and that's an Ike staple right there, countering with the up B. You see the back throw come out from Maverick. Not able to chase it with a combo, though. And see as they continue to kind of just play around this ledge, dancing around these interactions here. Another up B comes out, but is going to be able to get punished there. Now 2-2 as Maverick is able to start to even things up, but he's still 80% right now. That's a scary spot to be at. 99 now against Ike. You got to really, really worry about each and every interaction that you're making here.
There he goes, punishing that up B again. I feel like it's very vital there, but at the same time, he can really mix it up with, I mean, that up tilt there just sends him flying. That's another one you got to watch out for. He has a lot of launcher moves that kind of just send you up in the air, and he's going to take that stock right back there at 33% and at 2 stocks left. It's looking a little grim for Maverick here. He's going to have to pull something out, and he's been landing these grabs, and I feel like that's one of the ways that you're going to be able to counter Ike here, especially with his counter available and those just very fast heavy hitting moves that come out so quickly. Either that or dodging to his other side is going to be your best friend, because most of his hitbox start very early on the side he's facing, such as up tilt or the up smash just start pretty immediately on his facing side there.
Now, I mean, a scary spot at the moment. Maverick just trying to get in on the Ike here, but at 170%, this Ike's going to have a lot of rage, really, really hidden behind those attacks. And at 68%, that's a scary spot for a super lightweight like Sheik. They start to try just play around this ledge right now. Maverick had a chance to play the advantage, but Ike just able to recover way too quick to really deal with there. And a fantastic combo coming out from Luxa is going to finish off game 1 here against Maverick. Really, really solid set coming out there from Ike. It seemed like a lot of times Sheik was in great situations to get a combo started, but something I really like about the way that Luxa plays is they are just immediate on their recovery. They are so hard to really ledge guard against, because they immediately know, like, here's how I'm going to get back to the ledge. Here's immediately what I'm going to do to just avoid staying in your pressure. And they did a great job at just immediately escaping a lot of situations like that.
Yeah, Ike is definitely one of those characters that it's kind of hard to counter his recovery, especially since it's an active hitbox most of the time. And a disjointed one at that, but almost an early stock there coming out from Luxa. He is going to grab that ledge and dodge that almost fatal attack there, but Maverick's just doing his best. There he goes with that dodge to the side, but he does not manage to punish it before it's too late there. Luxa does control most of the stage right now. Maverick trying to get back at him is going to be getting 34% off, but Maverick's looking pretty damaged right now.
Oh, gonna be an SD that puts Maverick down a stock right there. Luxa at the moment, though, only 42%, hasn't taken a lot of damage, hasn't lost out on a lot of these interactions, and now we'll see Maverick finally start to be able to tack some damage on here as we see Luxa just trying to get down from these platforms, kind of stuck up in a tree at the moment. But we'll see finally a big hit coming out from Maverick. 96 for Luxa at the moment, able to get a nice throw punish right there, and just continuing to get even more pressure, but still struggling just to find that lethal hit that he needs, and a good block there from Luxa is going to allow him to punish some of Sheik's aggression right here. The upbeat missing, but will latch him onto the ledge. Still a scary spot to be in. Off the side here, and that could be a stock. It will be. Maverick evening the odds a little bit.
That bouncing fish, you got to watch out for that. Definitely one of Sheik's kill moves, and a dangerous one at that if you're able to land it. I feel like a lot of the combos that Sheik ends with do combo into that bouncing fish, but gonna have to dodge that there. It just barely doesn't. Gonna take another stock off there. Lux is up 1 and has only 26% on this stock, and I mean, being one of those characters, you really got to do a lot of damage and just kind of force off the stage to a point where he can't recover. I feel like there's not a lot of ways to really deal about his recovery. But Maverick doing a really good job of comboing, gonna punish that or up B there and get that grab off, send him right back off that stage, doing his best to edge guard here, and a good one at that, but that up smash is just going to send him launched into the sky. He's got 126% on Luxa right now, doing pretty good in the set, but he's looking pretty damaged, and that up tilt is going to take him out.
That's going to be Maverick out. Like you said, Luxa continuing to move on through losers up to the top 6. I know we said we get to the top 6 after this, but we actually held a very special match that we saw pop up in the bracket here in losers round 5. We've got Insignia versus Corey. These are two really big names here. We were just hyping up Insignia earlier, but this is definitely going to be a matchup that we want to see here on stream. So we're just going to get this one up here real quick. Already they're getting on the station. There's going to be too much of a wait. But Insignia is one of our varsity players here. And he is one of the ones that is really, really scary to worry about here. So definitely kind of looking at how he plays, a lot of Bowser. I think recently he picked up blanking on their name. I can't remember. It's one of the Fire Emblem characters. One of the Fire Emblem characters.
I mean, that could be half of the cast.
That could be. It was Corrin. They've been playing a lot of Corrin lately.
Okay.
And the Corrin's been really scary, especially with how it complements kind of the matchups that Bowser might not be so good at. But we'll be interested to see exactly what he's playing here. He's hovering Pit right now, which is not something that we've seen him really play that much. We're seeing a lot of people picking up new characters. We could see a Pit versus Dark Pit matchup.
Pit
right
versus
here.
Dark Pit?
This is an interesting GSG because, like I said, we're seeing a lot of people pick up new characters. We saw Tyler earlier playing Palutena, which we hadn't seen before. We've barely even seen a Palutena player here at GSG. So this will be interesting to see exactly how this plays out. Pit versus Dark Pit. We'll see this matchup here. Insignia versus Corey. Let's go ahead and get into this.
I feel like this should be they're basically Echo characters, right? But there are some slight differences between the two. But right off the bat there, right off the edge, I feel like we're going to see a lot of play off the edge here, and mostly in the air. Pit is a very aerial-based character, I feel like. A lot of his strong attacks and multi-hits come from his aerials there, just like that. Not very heavy hitting, but definitely it chips away at you eventually, and it will add up.
And they both have such strong air control, but this is really going to be like just getting them, just getting these big hits on stage isn't going to be enough. These two are going to need to constantly chase each other off the stage if they want to actually be able to secure any kills at all. There's some slightly different properties with their arrows and their side Bs, but like we saw there, we saw the spark come out, but you're really going to need to go in deep against Pit if you want to send him off the side here, especially if you're playing as Pit.
Yeah,
he really wants to try and chase people off the edge.
Both of the recoveries are just going to be so good here, and you're either going to have to chase them off the edge, like you said, or they're going to go probably to like 150, 200% here until someone eventually just gets sent off. Flying, kind of like that.
Like that, yeah. We finally get a star KO there at 140%, but Pit's not a particularly lethal character that you really gotta. That's a little bit of a thing in this matchup here, is that he's not going to be finding a lot of kills at 100%, at 110%. It's mostly going to be further along than that. He really benefits when he's able to chase you off the stage, but like we said, these characters both have great air control. It's going to be really hard for them to chase each other. So definitely going to be kind of a slugfest until one of them finally just gets launched off here, which for right now, Insignia at 156% is a scary spot to be. We'll see him immediately get sent back down to 0.
Yeah, that's definitely what makes this matchup interesting, probably, is they both got such good recovery, right? They got such good recovery. They got very good air control. You just can't combo them to death, right? You can't combo them off the edge, and that's what Pit does. But, I mean, they are taking a lot of percent, and they're going to play off the edge like that, off screen. It doesn't matter. They just got such good recovery, they can just get back. But it is so even right now, both of them around 90%, and now they are finally playing back on the stage instead of off, you know, underneath it. But both of them going at it right now. That is going to be a big hit there.
The side,
it's not enough.
The side B buys him a lot of space, and now Insignia kind of just holding on to center stage right now, has Corey off the side. We'll see exactly how they play around here. I mean, just going side to side. Both of them such high percentage that they're really, I mean, Pit being so light, it's going to be hard for him to really maintain onto any space when they're just trading hits back and forth like this. I mean, we'll see right now, they're both playing very scared because they're both in kind of getting close to that lethal position right now. One good forward smash is really going to take it, and that is a great part of Pit's kit right now. A good back throw, going to get Insignia back off the side, but just continuing to push forward, push through this offense. They're finally going to be able to find that stock there as Corey goes down to his final one. Insignia at 170% right now, but he's still alive. He's still hanging in there. Not for much longer as we're tied up.
It is perfectly even right now as both of them go at it. Insignia is going to be able to control the stage for the most part here. Actually doing a very good job of zoning Corey off. He's going to take those jumps and get right over him there. Insignia still just absolutely dominating the stage, taking that 60% off at his 15% right off the bat at the start of these two stocks right now. And those arrows are going to be able to chip away at him a little bit. He has a reflector and has been able to reflect them previously, but just almost going off this stage right now. It is so close. Corey
has so much ground to make up right here. It's going to be really, really tough for him. He's having a hard time just getting back up off the ledge. We'll finally be able to find a little bit of an opening here now. Insignia up on the platform. Going to be able to drop down safely. Corey not finding too much of an opportunity there, but a good attack from Insignia is going to clean up that first game, giving him the first point in this best of 3 set. We'll see this continue to go on here, but I'm curious to see if they switch characters at all. The Pit versus Dark Pit, it's a really interesting matchup. I was talking earlier with Joe about how these two characters are very fundamental. You know, they really require you to have a strong understanding of Smash and how Smash is played for you to really excel at this character, because they don't have a lot of gimmicks. They don't have a lot of sort of cheesy things to rely on. We are going to see a switch here. We're going to see Bowser coming out from Insignia. This is his staple character. Corey switching over to Joker, making him now the most represented character that we've seen. I think it's the 3rd time we've seen Joker, maybe the 4th. I'm not quite sure. I've been losing track. But we're going to get started off with this here, as right now Insignia is up a point, so him switching over to Bowser is a little bit scary, but Corey is good on Joker. We've seen both of these players here at GSG a number of times, so we'll see exactly how this plays out here, although Insignia already is getting started off with a little bit of a life lead here and starting to chase here after Joker.
He's going to get that grab combo off. Insignia does DI and manages to land there, but I mean, Corey's just doing a really good job at trying to zone. You can't really get that close to Bowser here, unless it's, you know, going in for a punish like that one. But I mean, he manages to land one hit like that, and that's already 12% that he just took with that one hit. That throw is just gonna chunk him, but he is going to be able to get that install out, and there is a grab there. It's going to be pretty devastating at 95% right now. The chip isn't really looking all too, you know, great after taking those like 3 hits there from Bowser. Not adding up that much, and Corey is going to fall off the stage there. Insignia at 92% is going to be able to continue to take a lot of damage off of this second stock of Corey with only his third still.
We'll see now Insignia just trying to play around this range right now, trying to wait out Arsene as he's about halfway through its duration, but Corey's going to be able to find some big hits in here, send Insignia pretty high up, but not able to confirm and find that kill. We're seeing Bowser's passive armor coming out here really nice for him because a lot of these small attacks the Joker wants to use to lead into combos and confirm off of are just getting completely resisted here. Insignia finding Corey's second stock, and now there is a lot of work that needs to be made up here as Corey down 2 stocks. Insignia, he's at 130%. Give him that. It's a scary spot to be in, but with no Arsene, it's going to be a little bit tricky for Corey to really push the advantage that he has in terms of percentage and damage here. Insignia off the side now, just trying to get back in, but Corey, bro, just doing a great job of just setting up kind of a wall here on the ledge, but Insignia finally able to get back through that. Drop kick coming out. Arsene comes in, but he's off the ledge right now. We'll see if Insignia is able to kind of keep him off the side for the duration of his persona. It's a scary spot to be in, but Corey is able to get back into center stage. Shield comes out from Insignia. Isn't able to block a lot of that pressure, though, and the gun finds some extra damage. Insignia just running up is going to be able to secure the final stock there on Corey, and that's Insignia moving up to top 6. Corey, unfortunately, out here, but a really great matchup, especially that first game with Pit versus Dark Pit. Yeah. Really fantastic matchup, and I think the second game there, we got to see a lot of kind of what makes that Bowser from Insignia so scary.
Right, yeah. I like how you put it, an unmovable wall. That's kind of how I describe his Bowser. It's really hard to contest, and I think you can't really chip him down either with that armor. Like you said, it's really hard to kind of zone and play against him being one of those heavy characters again. He plays it very well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna say this is as we get ready to go into top 6, this is all for us here at GSG, unfortunately, but we are going to be passing it off to our other casters. Kresnik and Joel will be coming back up for top 6, so be sure to stick around for those. But for us, just want to say we're super excited to get back into the season, and if you want to see more of us, be sure to definitely come check out twitch.tv/SNHUesports. Once we get started back up, all the information for that you can find on our Twitter at SNHUesports. We'll see you there, but for now, enjoy top 6 after this break.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with top 8 of Granite State Grind. The casters you might have been getting comfortable with have vanished, and it is me and
I'm back.
Joe,
Hello.
Make-A-Wish Kid, back here to take down top 8 with me. We have an interesting game, I think, starting off here. The first name duo, Tyler versus Ethan here. Tyler, number 1 in the state. Ethan, I believe, number 7 in the state. They're going to be going up against each other. So New Hampshire PR, they've played a lot. I've seen some really close games between them. Excited to see what happens.
It's interesting because I don't think we've seen Tyler's Palu here except for this tournament. You know, before, I think he was playing Roy. So I think he might have switched over to Palu soon.
And Aegis.
Yeah.
I've seen him play. I think I've also seen him play Payroll, but I don't think that's something he's really trying to take particularly seriously.
That's more of a meme thing.
Tyler's a really flexible player.
You know, one thing is, in this matchup at least, Snake is a character that can really do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not exactly sure what their matchup chart is, but I think it's just outbraining the other person. However, I feel like Palu might have too much pressure, especially on a stage without platforms the Snake can't really retreat to and just, like, pull grenades randomly. So, this is going to be a bit scary.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, we've noticed earlier he likes to really kind of float on the top of the screen and keep a lot of distance between him and his opponent. I feel like Palu's options, though, the fact that she can kind of get some invincibility through her options and approach, makes it easier for her to get through the walls of death that Snake wants to set up, Z-dropping these nades, going around, leaving the C4 on the ground, just trying to make the map as difficult, the stage as difficult to traverse as possible.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy, though. Snake is already at 150. How? How did that happen? I looked away for a second to look at your face, and he doubled in percent. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be an interesting match. Really, I could see it going both ways. Palu's at kill percent, basically. Like, one good, like, up tilt, maybe a little bit more percent, but, like, yeah. So this is pretty even if he can get back with invincibility and get a good up tilt on a read on the Palu. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game because Palu's looking to rush down Snake as much as possible. Oh, the C... What a Nikita! That was insane.
Curling it around the bottom.
Expect that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be able to hit on ledge, but I guess that wasn't a 2-frame, right? That was right after ledge invincibility was off and catching him against the stage, making it hard to do. Trying to go for that F smash. You do not see that option come out much.
But Rob,
it looked sick though.
Yeah.
If it had hit, it would have been sick, but not going to be able to do it here. But catching him with the dare, now just trying to force options, force him to jump from ledge with the C4 and the grenade. Left there, but not able to really answer it still. It's so hard, I think, to keep Palu from getting back to stage with that up B and the, like, just hitboxes the Palu can put out while she's trying to get back here. But right now, Tyler back in control up air near the top. Doesn't matter how heavy Snake is. That's too close to the top of the blast zone for him to survive.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. It's going to be really hard for Snake to come back from this because getting damage on Palu is sort of like just out-trading a little bit better. So it's going to be a bit scary, but the grenade coming through, allowing Snake to get some pressure, but Palu just came back with dash attack right now. Neutral B coming out, Snake missing the down pill, whipped a dash attack on shield. Snake is off the stage right now, but is going to super armor to that up air. Explosive flame coming out, but Snake does pull a grenade, is able to get a down throw into an up tilt. Perfect, true combo right there. And we are going to see Snake sort of just sitting in shield, but Palu is going to get a neutral B off right as Snake drops the shield with a grenade hitting. But a basic Palu combo down air into fair. Snake going up high, trying to Z-drop as many grenades as possible to just throw them. But Palu being able to get that down tilt back air. Oh, the C4 coming out perfectly onto Palu, getting a little bit of damage right now. You are seeing Snake out 118 right now. This is such a scary position, especially if Palu gets a random back air. That's going to be a bit difficult to play. But Snake is doing a very good job playing around Palu's burst range. Really just sitting in shield with a grenade when he's too close. So he's doing a really good job getting pressure right now, but that back throw might just kill. Barely doesn't kill, actually. But the up B gonna have to go to ledge. Does grab a grenade and boosts back. Oh my god, okay. Goes for a dash attack, gets back center stage, but neutral B coming out. Palu's in the air. Grenade does come through, doesn't hit. Just barely air dodges back.
Full rage now.
Dash attack. Looks like Nick will be able to edge guard with a fair, just barely throwing a couple grenades, trying to see if he can get this edge guard. Sits in center stage, allowing Palu to get back, but goes for the up tilt, but they jump out of range, and then a back air coming out. That was very unfortunate.
Yeah, not a lot of... You really limit a lot of options, I think. Snake doesn't have a lot of ways he wants to kill you. Then it really comes down to up tilt or, you know, landing any of those multi-hit attacks. You really don't want to be relying on that too much. So Tyler knew he was going to be going for the up tilt, knew he was going to fiend for it, jumped right past it.
It's hard with a character that has teleport too, because you can't really edge guard with fair or dare off the stage. Because, like, if you have a character that can get hit during their up B, it's very easy for Snake to edge guard, but versus Palu, it's just a hard matchup.
Yeah. It's why he's focusing more on ledge trapping than edge guarding, right? He's not really going off stage too much.
It looks like he liked the FD pick. I'm not sure about that. I feel like I would have liked like Town, but maybe that's just better for Palu in his mind. 2 dash attacks comboed.
I think the platforms will allow Tyler more to mix up and avoid the projectiles, right? If he drops a frag on the ground, it means he has to jump as opposed to being able to use like something running off of the platform, right? Yeah. It gives him more options. You also have to remember that these players play each other literally all the time. Yes. I mean, I've seen it multiple times at Radiant Sagas and other locals, so you know that these players are used to playing each other. He clearly wants to play Tyler on FD.
Okay. It just seems like it's just so hard in this matchup. Snake's already at, what, 140? Palu's at 32. It's just so unfortunate because Snake's just getting pressured. He doesn't have space to do anything. Neutral Bs are coming out. Really, all he can do is like go up high and get those like unreactable dash attack ranges. But the Neutral B is just going to be able to pop like C4 or pop a couple grenades, but that dash attack is going to be able to kill. It's going to be very hard. He does get a down throw, is able to get a dash attack. Nikita coming out, just barely hitting Palu. 2 Nikitas, actually. A mortar coming out, grenade barely misses. Looks like Palu's just sort of going to try to space around, but the up tilt, that looked like a bit of bad DI. It looked like they tried to jump out of landing lag right there, and that probably made them DI up.
This is a much better situation for Ethan now. I mean, okay, obviously, yes, he got a stock, but I think specifically for Snake, you really want to be trading hits, and you want to make it hard for them to trade hits against you, right? If they start hitting you, you want to be racking up percent with the grenades that you're holding to kind of make these trades better for you. And it also helps that Snake is so heavy that he can kind of live through a lot of that, right? Once Tyler gets the lead, I feel like it becomes significantly harder for Ethan to follow that game plan, and he has to find a way in on his own, which is not Snake's forte, right? Snake wants to be forcing you to approach him, making you go through this wall of pain that he's setting up, and you can see him setting up right now. Nikita, I love the short-range Nikita adaptation. It's catching Tyler. It's caught Tyler all of the 4 times he's done it so far.
Yeah, these grenades right now, this stock has been a lot better. First time he's been up and the up tilt coming out. This is actually insane. You know, he was at 140, Palu was at like 32, and now he's back winning the game. He does manage to get a back air out, misses the C4, but does get grabbed by Palu. Palu is going to try to get a back air, whiffs. Palu at center stage right now, just sort of double jumping on stage, gets a back throw. Snake is now in the air, probably going to drop a couple grenades, trying to get some sort of pressure on Palu. One does hit, but if air does come out, Snake is going to have to get back to ledge by an air dodge. Palu's going to charge an up smash, but the roll through just barely
Shield's so low.
Shield is so tiny, but the down smash killed up. Okay, all right. I haven't seen that before. But yeah, it looks like grenades are just going to keep coming out. Up tilt barely missed, but Palu is at 70. Snake is at 22. So this looks pretty good right now. Just Snake has to try to get more of those grenades out, really get into those positions. Grenade does come out, but the up air almost
so close.
Just so close with a little bit more percent. With the up air from Snake after the grenade. Oh, okay. This is actually a set now.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a best of 5 too, so both players would have had time to adapt as it went on. I have so much respect for people who play Snake. Like, it's such a... Like, I feel like this is going to be a really out there comparison. But you know when people play Duel in Quake?
Yeah.
And all you're doing in that game, other than having insane aim, is you're tracking timers on everything on the map at once.
Yep.
You're like, all right, I know I have to know when armor respawns, when rocket respawns, when mega health respawns. It almost feels like when you play Snake, you're tracking like 4 different timers at once because you have to be ready to follow up on your explosions, right? If you have a nade on the ground, you have to know when it's going to be going off because you need to be able to do the things that Ethan is doing, like getting up airs on someone that's flying past him to double up on the knockback. That's the kind of thing that I find so impressive, is being able to keep track of all of these different variables that you are placing on the stage. It's not like a Bowser Jr. Mecha Koopa where you just down B and it's just woo, walking back and forth. This is like all Snake you having to set up.
Snake is one of the like truest setup characters in this game. Like, you have characters like Faust and Guilty Gear, which are like very close, but Snake is the only true one of platform fighter. Down smash actually coming out and killing. I did not expect that at all. But yeah, it's crazy. It looks like he got the download on Tyler. I haven't really seen this before. You know, we've seen Snake maybe once or twice before, but we've never seen him do this well. And especially against Tyler, #1 player in New Hampshire. This is really crazy. It looks like Palu's just trying to camp out Snake right now. Snake is just really throwing his grenades, trying to get something. But Neutral B is just such a good option versus Snake. The back air Oh, the downward DI. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
So close. I mean, I think trying to tech it there. I mean, Ethan has been a force for a while in New Hampshire. Not really. I think he went to his first GSG on the last one, I believe, which was a much smaller event, so we didn't really get a lot of time to highlight him. But I mean, just earlier in this event, he's the one who knocked Insignia down to losers. It was he's been showing up so far today and recently. I wouldn't be surprised to see him scaling up in the PR this season. I mean, unless he's had some bad performances I don't know of, but everything I've seen of Ethan playing has been good.
Yeah, this is really good so far. Like, we saw first match that I was just sad. You know, Palu was pretty much up the entire game. But, you know, in these last two matches, we're seeing Ethan slowly come back on Tyler. He is able to pull a grenade, though, sort of just sitting under the platform, trying to make it as hard as possible for Palu to approach. Palu does manage to get a back throw. That doesn't kill.
He's so heavy.
Spark. Yeah, Snake is one of the heavier characters in the game. Oh, the up tilt trading. Oh my god, okay. We are seeing a game on our hands. It's going to be hard for Tyler to really come back, but the fourth smash the wrong direction. That was a hard read. Oh, the up air coming out. You know, Tyler was seeing like a couple minutes into the future. Let's say, you know, that fourth smash was a bit preemptive. But the back air coming out, it looks like Snake is going to try his best to set up, but with this platform set up with Town and City, it's going to be really hard for him to do a lot. Really just trying to throw grenades. That down air is just so much damage. Is able to just place down as many grenades as possible, but it looks like Palu's doing a good job at really just trying to keep Snake in disadvantage state, which is such a hard position for him to be in, especially when he can't recover high right now. Oh, is able to get the down throw. Okay, Palu's just camping right now.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, you have to.
But Nikita going around, not going to be able to find its way all the way back, but these hits from Tyler could help them follow up here. Knocked out of the Nikita, though. The nade left there just in case. Down smash, reading the roll from ledge, but it's going to be a jump, which he'd been conditioned to be doing before. He thought he would want to escape it once he actually has a free chance to. But now both players playing with these grenades. Snake on both of his explosives manages to get the advantage again.
It looks like Palu's just going to try to camp the top platforms in the corner and make it as hard as possible for Snake. But it doesn't seem like Nikita necessarily has as much power because the stage walls are so small. Looks like Palu's going to try to get these back airs over and over and over again, but the air dodge stage is good and neutral B coming out. Back air barely whipped and a back throw. This is so scary. You know, one hit from both these players and the back air coming out just goes through Nikita, the armor.
Yep.
So unfortunate. But, you know, we are seeing Ethan really try to claw his way back in this. All the games have been super close. This is such a good game to start off semis with.
Oh, yeah, to start off our look into top 8. I mean, top New Hampshire players playing against each other, which you'd expect from Granite State tournament. I also was going to say, I got a moment of happiness. I got to see the player roster, the character roster. I play with the character roster stacked. It's a really nice rectangle. If you play without the character roster stacked, you're wrong. You were strictly wrong. This is my Switch that we're on.
We'll agree to disagree.
We can agree to, yeah. I'm sure you like the little random spaces in the bottom right that you can't see.
We'll agree to disagree.
They're there for no reason. It's a perfect rectangle if you stack the Echo Fighters.
And should not be stacked.
Okay, that's not my choice. I choose to stack them. They decided who the Echo Fighters were. Okay, and we will agree to disagree here, and we'll agree that I think Ethan right now is in command of this first setup here. Staying on the same stage too, by the way. Town and City wanting to still be here, but this time a much different look to the start of this round.
He low profiled with a dash attack under the neutral B and doing an up tilt. Okay, that was very smart if he planned to do that. You know, honestly, that was pretty lucky. Nikita coming out trying to get that counter hit. Oh, but he is able to air dodge Palutena's up air. Looks like right now he's just going to keep throwing grenades as best as he can. Really just trying to get as much damage as possible. But the grab coming through with the invincibility to block the explosion. Forward tilt coming out on the top platform. This is a bit scary. I probably won't be able to get off the edge guard just because the platform setup currently down to it's just a lot of back and forth. Oh, okay. Barely misses the last hit of that up air to save himself. Oh, but then down B. I didn't even see that be placed there.
Did you see that video recently about Sakurai, about the camera staying centered on the player? Did you happen to see that, Sakurai's game dev thing? Well, seriously, the camera was a little too centered on the players at the top of the screen there. Tyler couldn't see the C4.
Yeah.
It dragged up a little bit. Couldn't see the C4 on the ground, lost track of it, and went off. This is what I'm talking about with keeping track of all these things on the stage at once. And I think the trading I think the specials trading this round has been so much better. I feel like it was good in the last two. It has been the reason why Ethan has been able to stay on top in this match so
Yeah.
far.
Really what you want to do with Snake is just trade, like, a lot.
Yes,
you
yes.
will always just come out on top because Grenade does a lot of damage, and on top of that, you got, like, you can follow up with, like, an aerial usually, whether that be back air or down air or something. But yeah, it's just barely misses that up air. Neutral B coming out, stopping Snake. Back throw coming out. Snake is going to have to recover high, but Palutena is going to miss the up air on the super armor. Up east to center stage. Snake does have center stage now. It's throwing up grenades, trying to set them up. Well, Palutena is trying to approach. Fair comes out. Snake is on the ledge. He tries to recover a bit high, gets it back air on the shield to put pressure. Neutral B coming out. Snake is just trying to drop grenades, getting up this wall of pain in front of Palutena. Right now, Snake is trying to dash attack, but gets dash attacked himself. Back air coming out, putting Palutena in a tough situation. Oh, the forward smash! Oh my god. Just, okay, all right, just more grenades coming out from top, Forto coming out. Snake is going to try to recover low this time. It's going to be a scary situation, has to air dodge. Cypher hits Palutena, the back throw coming out, possibly killing, barely doesn't. Nikita coming out, trying to hit the edge, just barely getting that shield pressure off, but the fair and the dare coming out. Just amazing play by Ethan. Just, it's so even, these players.
Yeah, they're so close now. We're going into game 5 of this set. I think adaptation from both, obviously, I think Ethan playing better with his nades in that one specifically. I think the frags were a lot harder for him to deal with. But Tyler, what I noticed, Ethan was doing a lot of fast fall bears to return back to stage. Tyler was always trying to space out to the left of him so that the bear hitbox was going the other way, right? He would always space in that direction, so it made it a lot harder for him to actually hit him.
Oh.
Well,
Character switch.
you made him angry.
Yeah.
That is on stream, by the way. It's not us. It's just that.
Better, though. Because you don't have mid-range.
I think if it's better or not, it's going to depend almost solely on how well these players adapt, right?
Yeah.
Tyler has been playing Palu all day, as far as we know, right? On stream, it's all been Palu.
Yep.
And Ethan just played against Palu for 4 games, but Ethan has obviously played against Tyler's Aegis a lot. But Tyler's also played Aegis against Ethan Snake a lot. Whoever adapts to the changes that they've made historically in this matchup first is going to be the one that wins.
I think if they were going to do anything, they would have to pick a smaller stage. I feel like picking Aegis on a big stage for Snake to really move around is not necessarily the best play. I think they chose stage pick before he decided to switch.
Yes, but it was his pick.
Yeah. Right now, it seems like they're pretty even. It seems like I'm not sure who's adapting, but I feel like these next 2 stocks are like a litmus test for who's gonna win, because they really have to adapt. I feel like they don't have time to adapt to really that quick mid-set. A bunch of down smashes coming out. If it doesn't work the first time, just do it again.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Yeah.
It didn't really punish him though. Honestly, he lost like 10% off of doing 3 down smashes in a row. Like, that's really not that bad. But you can see Ethan is fiending for these up tilts right now, but getting excellent trades into this. Dash attack will let him reclaim center stage, but not able to block him from coming in. But still, these traded hits are working so well for him. Pyra fastball in there also lets him even back up. But Snake, I feel like it's so hard to edge guard, but you catch him on the roll from ledge, knock him back. High percent right now, and switching back to Mithra means he could die a lot faster.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Ethan to come back right now, but it seems like I feel like he should be playing more around grab and trying to edge guard Pyramithra's bad recovery. It seems like right now he's just trying to play around the same as Snake, but that up air coming out was very, very good. I feel like what Ethan has to do is try to play more against, the character rather than Tyler. Because I feel like he's playing this set like he's still playing against Tyler.
Yeah, it's definitely not been too much of a change in game plan, but Snake also, like, he can change how he plays, but at the end of the day, what Snake wants to do stays pretty similar. But I agree. I think maybe you aiming more for those Nikitas to catch the edge guard off stage. You just have to actually knock
or like
Aegis
going
off
back throw or like empty landing, like pressuring a down air and trying to like empty land grab to throw them off stage. But right now, he is winning. Oh my god, he is able to get down B into. Oh my god. I don't know how they do it. Like, how do you predict the DI? How do you predict the timing perfectly? I don't get it. But the up tilt coming out.
Last game, last stock between these two after.
This is the stock of champions right now.
Yeah, well, the stock of winners finals. Stock of winners finals between these two right now, and it's fairly even, but Ethan does have the lead, forcing Mithra into this corner. Tyler will retake and actually use the nade to set up his own combo. Wants to follow up onto this platform. He's close to the ledge. It could be an early kill, but he just keeps racking up this percent. Ethan hitting himself, trying to force Tyler to approach him the wrong way. Fair doesn't connect, but he's able to land and shield out.
He's just getting hit by Nikitas over and over and over again, but Snake is at way too high percent to really go for anything too risky. Oh, no. Why? Why did they put Ganondorf on Sheik? Why did they pair Ganondorf with Sheik?
It can't be Sheik, right?
It's just
Oh, you mean like
better
the
Marth
two
there.
characters are fused, or because if you had Ganon and you could downbeat to switch to Sheik, you're still kind of playing like two mid character. Well, one bad character, one mid character. She's got tools.
It's so sad to see. That's so unfortunate. Oh, why'd they have to put Ganondorf and Sheik together?
Hey, would you like a bracket update?
Sure.
Really quick, while we wait for the next game, which is going to be Whirlpool versus Sailor Jess, I will say.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's the other side of winners, which we were waiting for, right? So, losers round 6 was Luxa versus Dan's Undertale.
Okay.
And Dan's Undertale, Luxa won that 3-0.
Okay.
So, Luxa 3-0 Dan's Undertale. Luxa number 2 in New Hampshire, eliminating Dan's, who is number 8.
Okay.
So, yes, number 8, sorry. I've said a lot of numbers relating to the same PR today, so I get it a little mixed up. On the other side, Lecture versus Insignia. Lecture, the other Snake that was in the tournament.
There's 2 Snakes?
Yeah, Lecture is also a Snake player. Lecture number 5 in Maine lost to Insignia, who was number 4 in New Hampshire, 3-1.
Okay.
So Insignia moves on to play against the loser of this set, Whirlpool versus Sailor Jess, and Ethan will now play against Luxa.
Okay.
In losers quarters, which we're not going to watch because we're going to watch Whirlpool Sailor Jess first instead, obviously. Sailor Jess, I believe number 5. I can pull up the PR just to double check because I have said the wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate about this, but I will double check. Versus Whirlpool, who was unranked this season in Maine, but that was due to lack of playing, just didn't go to events. Previous season, Whirlpool was number 1.
Okay.
So Whirlpool number 1 in Maine. The last time we saw Whirlpool here was against Caleb.
Yeah.
The game 5 set.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, wait. I was wrong about Jess. Sorry, Jess was unranked, I think, because she didn't go to events.
Okay.
I think she didn't go to events, so I believe, unranked. Caleb was number 5.
But either way, all these players are insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jess literally took down earlier in the bracket.
Imagine driving from Maine here. What is that, like a 4-hour drive?
I think it depends on where in Maine you are.
Yeah.
I think, I live in Derry.
Yeah.
It's like a hour and a half drive to Southeast Maine, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
New Hampshire is very tall.
Yes.
New Hampshire is a very tall state.
So, Jess unranked this season, but... Wait, did that happen off... Did they play off stream?
I hope they didn't.
They hope they did. Oh, they made them play off stream.
Oh, that's
okay. Well,
who we
Whirlpool won 3-2.
Whirlpool won.
Yes, I know. I had asked them to hold Whirlpool Jess, and they didn't. That's fine. It was a 3-2 set. Surely it would have been very cool.
Maybe.
Anyway, it's gonna be winners finals. It's going to be Tyler versus Whirlpool. So previous number 1 in Maine last season, unranked this season, versus number 1 in New Hampshire. So this is
finals,
winners finals,
Yeah, and then we got losers finals.
Yes, we this, and then we're gonna jump down to likely losers semis.
Regis versus Rob.
Yep, which is
2 jack of all trades.
Yep.
But one may or may not be more of a master of something.
Yeah, are you talking about getting kills or zone with Aegis or zoning with Rob? Trapping, I guess, with the kills with Aegis? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say,
up smash.
There is no way that anyone in... I said this last time, too. So, it probably still rings true. There is no way that anyone in New Hampshire is uncomfortable with the Rob matchup.
Yeah, no, not at all. It would be crazy if they were. Also, compared to, Whirlpool probably comes down here a lot to play. I'm assuming it's probably, a good idea to go to multiple states for practice.
Of course, especially if they're close together.
Yeah.
If you're, in the middle of Texas, maybe not, but...
Yeah. Hey, it looks like Tyler might be staying Tyra because it might be just... It still probably wouldn't be that bad on frame data. Oh, but the down keeps coming out. Yeah, that's just what you really want to do versus Aegis. The recovery is not the best at all. That's really how you want to use them. And Mithr's damage isn't really high enough to, for Rob to be afraid. Rob is really heavy and just does have a recovery It's just such a good recovery that it can do a lot. But the fully charged forward smash on the neutral tech, oh my god. Okay, just reading like 4 years into the future, is able to get the grab. He is able to just do the fair chain over and over and over again, but misses the up B. It looks like Rob might be able to get a grab off this. Is able to do a fair. Mithra is up in the air, but a side B coming out. It looks like they are going to side B back to ledge, and Rob definitely has the ability to edge guard here. Mithra's just, yeah, you don't have the ability to recover from there at all. And they were probably afraid of doing a side B for another back air to come out. Looks like Rob is just going to try to zone as much as possible. Yeah, it's honestly really scary right now for Aegis.
The biggest thing, yeah, it is scary for Aegis, especially I think with the way that Whirlpool plays around his gyro. The one thing I noted from Whirlpool at the previous event, the previous GSG that he was at, was just I felt like he played around his gyro better than Caleb did. Specifically in setting up some of those like combos, like down tilted to gyro bounce back and forth. That's something that I saw Caleb do sometimes, but Whirlpool was doing it very consistently. And I feel like forcing them to jump, forcing them to approach in a certain way can help right a bit into Aegis because I mean, decent hitboxes, right? But still, if you can know where she's going, you can get a good hit, you can force her off stage. Parrying the full laser, but it just allows Whirlpool to kind of come through. Now pressuring off on this ledge. Tyler has to get back in, but this is a tense last stock.
I feel like one thing that's been really hard for Tyler is that he's missing a lot of these side Bs. It's been really bad because if they are able to side B, that's probably a confirmed kill because you can just footstool off that into a failed tech. And footstool techs are way harder to tech than normal things, but the down... Oh, yeah. Just reads the air dodge. Perfect. Perfectly played.
The last time I saw Whirlpool play, actually, earlier today, I noticed that he doesn't chase those berries too much.
Yeah, no.
He berries, and then, you know, sometimes you have to do that insta jump up air to try to get it's like the 50-50 you can put them in. Notice he's just kind of patient.
It's kind of better because, like, what options do
he looked at me right when I pretended to be Rob. I just went, I pretended to be Rob the second he looked at me.
So it's like, it's very interesting because, like, what can you do after Rob's down throw? Because if you air dodge onto the platform, he can just up air you. If you air dodge onto the ground, try to get a wave land off, which he'll just up smash you. And if you try to jump out, you get another up air. So it's very...
you have to make him guess.
Yeah, it's really just a guessing game. But this stage, I think, is definitely a lot better for Aegis.
Small battlefield for sure. I mean, he can't put anywhere near as much distance. Pyra going to be a lot more valuable here, I think, just in getting early kills. And also,
don't know if Yoshi's is legal.
Don't think so.
Okay.
See, I think it's just the regular New Hampshire stage list minus plus no Kalos, which New Hampshire has. So I think it's just normal New Hampshire tournament stage list. So no Kalos.
Oh my god.
Spike off the stage, up smash on the platform. What a hit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Especially on these small stages, it's just insane.
Yeah.
I would have said bring him to Yoshi's, but yeah, that's not an option at the moment.
I can check while we cast.
But yeah, no, this is definitely really good for Pyra Mithra. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Oh, that's just sad. Just air dodge to death. But
the melee, the attempted ledge dash.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. But yeah, just Mithra has so many options versus Rob on these smaller stages. We just see a lot of Pokemon Stadium too, but I feel like it's just better to really pick larger, smaller stages in these type of matchups, especially for Pyra Mithra under Rob. But it looks like Pyra Mithra is just sort of sitting around mid-stage right now. Rob is able to get a couple fairs off and is able to sort of chain advantage state. Pyra is coming out. Side B barely hits Rob right there. Gyro coming out. It just does actually pick it up. Oh, but the pivot grab barely misses. Fair coming out, allowing Rob to get back to stage, but a side B coming out probably won't kill. Is gonna try to get the snipe off, doesn't manage to get that, but up B coming out, just barely whiffing, and they just have to SD off that. There's no way to get back if you don't have your jump. A couple up airs coming out, just barely missing, tried to re-grab the gyro. Oh, actually did re-grab the gyro. Air dodge is out of that down smash. Oh, this is such a scary situation because Pyra, if they get like any aerial off, Rob just dies here. It's able to, just falling back there. That covers like every option except for roll. That covers jump, that covers neutral get up, that covers like fall off attack, That's so unfortunate. Yeah, those smaller stages are very, very deadly for Rob.
So I was laughing. I forgot Rob's losing clapping animation. I was just staring at it and laughing. Yeah, it's can be tough for him. Let's pirate chase a little bit more because there's not as much distance you have to recover.
It's like pressure. It's like like how foxes usually play is they try to just keep you in a corner and only let you make a couple options because they're so fast. Smaller stages allow you to do a lot easier on characters not as fast, which Pyramithra is not as fast as Fox. But it looks like they might be trying to pick larger stage. Just going right back to Rob, trying to get in this game quick. I can hear them fiddling around with their buttons, trying to warm up.
He's also bopping his head back and forth right now to the music. He's got whatever, something is cranking in his AirPods. I'm not sure what it is. I will say really quick, before this game starts, hopefully we're missing anything too. I hope so. I hope it's Character Benito. We have its stage list, just for people who want to know. Battlefield, FD, Small Battlefield, PS2, and Smashville are the starters. Town and City and Hollow Bastion are the counter picks. That's why they started on FD and then went to Town and City in the Ethan Tyler set.
Okay.
So
I'm really unsure why Whirlpool came back to the stage. This feels really bad for him. He did have counter
salty run back. Could be that kind of deal. Like I could have won that, so I'm gonna bring it back here instead.
Yeah.
Do you think now Whirlpool apparently at previous tournaments had played? Not sure if this was him trying to take a break from Rob, but he played like a ton of Ness. Do you think that's something that has any chance of being played?
Not to Pyramithra.
Not to Pyramithra?
I think Ness is a good character. I think Ness is probably like a 20XX, like when this game is like 2 years later, is like a good character because of like Ness has infinites. Yeah. Like one of the only characters that have infinites. So I think so, but definitely not into Pyramithra. You'd have to literally just wait out for Pyra, but like Mithra can just sort of like attack your side piece, so it's hard. But right now, Pyra is out. It's really whoever kills whoever right now. It really just a down air into up smash will kill. Switching back to Mithra, though, often try to get that faster frame data, especially because they're at higher percent. Is sort of thinking that isn't enough percent to really get like a forward tilt. Is able to chain a couple attacks. Rob is able to get back to stage, but Pyramithra is just sort of keeping them off the ground. Dash attack coming out from Pyra, though, able to get the kill. Looks like right now Whirlpool is just trying his best to get any sort of footing in this match. But it's going to be so hard. Yeah, just a full... Oh my god, why did that kill spark? That kill spark did 30.
But it almost killed him. It almost killed him. That's why. He's Ganondorf.
Oh my god.
Heavy Scare just slow gyro. He's actually able to grab it, but again, I control here. You can see him waiting, but actually avoiding at that time, losing that coin flip on him. Whirlpool will make it back to stage. Pyra really fiending for something here. This is enough rage to kill, especially with the percent that Rob is at, but going to play the Mithra instead. Go for a setup, spot dodge in place, not gonna find him here. Down smash, not gonna catch him. That should kill right off the top, but a long road for Whirlpool to go.
Yeah, this is such a long road. It's gonna be really hard, especially at 101. If they pull up higher, it's just really a forward tilt. Oh, but a couple nairs coming out into a side B to really try to edge guard Mithra, but Mithra does get back to stage a lot quicker. Oh my god, no. Okay, I thought they ran it.
It's Rob, of course he didn't.
Up throw coming out, trying to just get off that damage. Up back, back air.
Back air. Sometimes, listen, casting a game as fast-paced as this, it's tough. Hard. Sometimes you gotta just go, back air. Yeah. Listen, I've been there.
I thought Pyra died. I was like, how did Pyra die? I'm like, they're not at high enough percent, so I was just confused until after the skill put spark happened. Or sometimes in this game, kill sparks really mess you up, like really badly.
We're just want to point out we are seeing a stage switch now.
Okay.
Whirlpool is staying Rob. The characters staying the same.
Whirlpool. That was salty run back then.
Yeah, I think it was salty run back. Obviously, didn't work out. So now we're going to Town and City.
Yeah,
so
I think this is better.
Much wider stage, a lot more space, and also potential for early kills off the platforms when it's set up like when it's in the Kalos setup. You can absolutely get some early kills, especially with Rob's side B over there. I feel like that does enough knockback to really follow up an early combo here from Tyler trying to take advantage. Whirlpool, though, these up tilts are actually trading positively into these attempted landing aerials from Tyler right now. Whirlpool, after that first combo, has not gotten touched a single time, trying to read the jump from ledge, but Tyler comes in with short hop nair, sending him flying and regains advantage.
Looks like we are going to be going back to FD Town and City, and Rob, it seems like just having a hard time really gaining footing versus Tyler. Oh my god, that edge guard was insane. Just reading, just jumping off perfectly at the perfect arc. Is able to get the forward throw though. Tries to go for the snipe, actually reading it properly, but just not the right timing. It looks like Mithra is just going to be able to just do Mithra stuff, like just play the character, and yeah, just the juggles and combos are insane. So it looks like really Whirlpool's just trying its absolute best. Oh, gets the gyro.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that could have been such an interesting combo, but opts for the jump out rather than the air dodge. Is going to be able to throw the gyro, just sort of playing around it. I feel like if Whirlpool does win this set, he has to be playing around the gyro more to really try to interrupt Mithra is center stage game. Oh my god, but just oh my god,
Shield break.
oh my god, and this is over. It's dead. It's yeah.
Well, Tyler switched to Ganondorf. Yeah, exactly. The Ganondorf in the back pocket that Pyramithra players do tend to have here. Whirlpool needs to get this stock as cleanly as possible, going for it, barely missing.
It still kills. So,
yeah,
it still dies. So
but Whirlpool needs the cleanest 2 stocks here. He needs to play around this gyro and not give it to Tyler. Not give it to Tyler. I mean, I'm sure people in New Hampshire have laughed these gyro combos on other characters because you're going to be holding it quite a bit if you go to tournaments here.
It's just so hard for Rob to get any footing because you have sheets like Frame Data, which is a pretty decent matchup in a Rob from what I know of. I could be wrong. It gets the jab lock inside the. Gets the snipe. Okay. He has a chance.
That was. I don't think there's any other way that he comes back to win this game unless he plays like that in the moment. But he has to get back in with all these hitboxes put out there. Down tilt, down air and top smash. Not going to kill now. Whirlpool will land once again. Trading hits here, losing the gyro. Really needs that to stay up here. Try to go for the down tilt to the grab. Not going to be able to find it. He's the one finding the hits, but this grab could set things up for Tyler with the side B on the platform. But good DI keeps him alive. How far
going up high
is Tyler willing to chase this here? Is he going to? Nope. Just going to stay on the ground. Rock can approach. But gets an air, knocks him out, takes advantage again, but he doesn't pivot for the B.
Oh my god, gets the grab. Okay. Is able to get the forward throw into the back air. Air dodge. No, but the up air. He lives. Okay, he is able to try to get back, but yeah, just another up air, and it's over. That's so unfortunate.
I mean, look, that was literally the only path to success that there was, honestly. That second stock put a lot of hope back in, but Tyler now confirms his spot in Grands, waiting for the winner of the losers bracket. So that means losers finals. Whirlpool is going to be waiting there against that's not decided yet, but I was going to tell you the update. So Insignia beat Sailor Jess 3-1.
Okay.
So Insignia is in loser semis. Ethan Luxa is still happening. All I know is that Luxa has won a game. I just saw a end screen with Ike, but it wasn't over. So that's all I know. What? Hi. I thought you were saying something, tournament organizer Dargo. Is there anything you'd like to say on stream, perhaps? What is the score? For this one, it was 3-1. It was a 3-1 game. Tournament organizer Anthony. I'm not going to say your full name. I'm not going to say his full legal name on stream. I was about to say the whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
His new email is literally on the GSG page.
Yeah.
So, like, it's there anyway. But still, predictions. Ethan Luxa, that's Snake Ike. It's like a elite Smash matchup, right? It's like a Wi-Fi matchup.
I think Snake will probably win. I feel like the only way for Ike to win is if he gets game 1 and then gets like good stage picks and gets some like crazy like Nair into up B, which I'm not seeing Ike do as much.
He did just win a game. Luxa did. I know that Ike won a game.
What are they on right now?
I can't tell. Hey, Dargo, tournament organizer, do you know what game in the Luxa? What game the Luxa set is at? The Luxa Ethan set? You don't need to talk into them.
I know, but
Sure. Would you like me to hold the mic to your face?
I can hold my own.
Well, okay. They can't hear you. Okay. Do you know what game they're at? Nope.
Not yet.
It is kind of right behind you. I feel like you should. Yeah, it makes the stream feel like the audio's not working. Okay.
Hello.
Do you know what game they're on?
Not entirely, but
Not entirely. I know there's
Are
been
they on
games.
FD? Is that the game over there? Is it the FD game or is it the other game?
It is the FD game. Yes, it is the game on FD that we can barely see.
yeah, I think this might be last or second to last game. Most likely last game since with.
Well, like last game, you mean like it's game 4, or you mean like someone's up 2-0?
All right, so right.
It's going to be ending soon, I believe.
Okay. Here's the question then. Do we throw to a break, stream viewers? Hey, stream chat, I have no idea how many of you there are.
Yeah, probably like.
I know that there's actually people in Frostina's chat. Frostina, I believe, is co-streaming us.
Okay.
He asked for
All right.
permission. I wasn't going to say no.
Yeah. No. Why would we
But,
say no?
I think what we could do now, we're
Yeah.
waiting for that game to be done. This will not be a long break. We're going to wait for the winner of Luxa versus Ethan. After that, we're going to be picking back up with Insignia versus the winner of
I
that
could
game
like go over there with a portable mic.
in
and commentate
losers semis. So we'll see you guys then. And we are back here in officially top 4 now.
I think,
Loser
yeah.
semis. Yeah, top
Loser semis.
Yeah, loser semis. So top 4, it is going to be Insignia, who is looking at me while I talk right now, giving me a big thumbs up. So
Yeah, you're good.
He's pointing at the game now too.
Yep.
But I'm sure they could get ready. It's going to be Insignia versus Luxa or Jerry. So number 4 in New Hampshire versus number 2 in New Hampshire. Luxa, I believe, not coming to a ton of New Hampshire events, but just from the state, going to college somewhere else representing the state. They kept him up on there, but there is no way he's playing Mewtwo. No, okay, it's going on.
I was about to. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I love seeing good Mewtwo's.
This is a heavy hitting matchup.
Yeah.
though. I mean, Bowser.
I don't think Bowser can tough guy through any of Ike's moves, so that's good. Why does this look like PS1?
It does kind of look like PS. They know.
No, it's PS2.
It does. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It looks a little different now, but it is fine. But caught on there, Insignia
That's so
recovery. I almost thought Luxa was going to homie stock right because of how he was standing on the ledge, but we'll see what he can do. These big hitboxes. Bowser might not really have the range to contest some of them, honestly. Like, his Fair is like his biggest one, but you can see Nair is so close to his body. Reminds me of like Kirby Nair from Melee. Not a ton of space, but up the out of shield. Again, some of this aggressive pressure might be one of his only answers to some of these more fast-paced moves.
This is going to be really hard for Bowser to do like anything in this match just because of the range. Really, you're just going to be getting up the out of shields and like maybe a back air, like a falling Nair into back air. But thing with Bowser is if Bowser does like, what do you do versus that though?
I don't know. Hope he mistimes it.
Yeah.
I will say I want to bring this up. Insignia. Okay, I have to see if I remember the state correctly. I believe that at a local in New York, while they were visiting for Let's Make Big Moves, Insignia took down Psycho D, who I believe is the number 2 player in Ohio, who also plays Ike. This is a bit of a data pull. I really am not sure what state he's from, but I know he's a high ranked player in a state that he's from.
Are you pulling it?
I am not. No, we're not going there. We're talking about that over break. We're not going there. You're not pulling out the voice, at least not right now. You need to practice it more. That's what we'll go back for. That's what we'll fall on here. But clearly not uncomfortable against Ike if he's able to beat top Ikes from other states that he doesn't have like player experience against, right?
Yeah. It's definitely going to be a bit interesting, though, because Bowser could really just, like, throw out a random forward smash at 50 and just win.
Yeah.
Like, Bowser just has the ability to do the unexpected. Okay, a super armoring through a super armor. That was interesting. Yeah, big boys right now.
Big boys in game.
Barely doesn't get that kill. If it was on the platform, it probably would have, but just barely pulling back at the wrong time.
I also
two backers into the up tilt. Up tilt actually killing.
I want to make a call out here. I also believe Luxa goes to Fisher and plays for their Smash team. They're
so
yes. Please, I believe he's on Fisher Blue.
He's an enemy.
An
enemy of the state.
Yeah, what's someone on America's Most Wanted is they're actually making that post about him right now. I used to watch that show as a kid. Looking back, kind of messed up.
Yeah.
That I was just watching shows about fugitives with my dad at like 8 p.m. on a normal Saturday.
It's like true crime before true crime existed.
Yes.
Yeah. But as we're getting into this match, I wonder how like Insignia is gonna adapt here, because I think like not SDing probably is a good start.
I agree.
I think that Insignia was doing pretty good towards the end. Bowser can like, I can hit you twice and Bowser can hit you once, and they're even. He's doing good right now. Is able to get a lot of like fairs off. Is able to just sort of space around Ike. Ike has a very bad disadvantage, while Bowser has a very good advantage and a decent disadvantage because shield up B. So I think maybe just the fact that Ike doesn't have a good disadvantage it's going to be hard. But I feel like if Ike ever gets into a up tilt killing, that looked like not necessarily the best DI. Looks like they might have been trying to jump out of that. I'm not exactly sure. But if I can get an advantage ever, it seems like Bowser is going to have a difficult time. But yeah, they sort of reset it back to neutral right now. Looks like Ike is just going to be back airing in the stage. Gets off like a good jab. And Insignia just trying to land. It's going to be really hard though because of Bowser. It looks like he's not going for that neutral B. That downer actually does manage to hit. Whipped up B though into a Ike Nair into an Ike forward tilt. very good spacing, actually, realizing that Insignia couldn't throw to hitbox in that specific location. Bowser's just going to try to edge guard with Fair over and over and over again, but Ike is going to be able to roll out. Up air coming out, trying to get Bowser frame trapped on the platform, but a reverse up tilt coming out with a couple fairs will just get the percent so high that Bowser can just kill with the back air, like as we just saw.
The biggest thing that I'm noticing from Insignia, which I think he's doing a little less now because I think Luxo is realizing what he was doing. He was shielding, he was just shielding a lot more. He was shielding these options because they're all coming out so slow from Ike. He literally can just like think about what he wants you to react. He's shielding, he's parrying because when they hit, it's going to be really predictable. So he's getting a lot of really clean parries on Lux's aerials and then trying to punish from there. And that's what led him to have this massive lead. And now it's lapping him in percent, avoiding the counter as well. Up tilt from below, clears through those platforms, making it really hard for him to stay there and want to play there. It's just not a great spot for him to be.
But, you know, once Ike has advantage, which he has now, it's really hard for Bowser to get out just because, you know, back airs and forward tilts and all that jazz. But actually misses the counter, tries to up B, but the forward tilt coming out, hitting from below. You know, I knew that move had a disjointed hitbox, but like...
that was a little ridiculous.
That was like Jigglypuff back air and melee level disjointed. That was really big. So, yeah, it looks like Insignia is going to take that game.
That was like a One Punch Man, like Saitama, like the wind around his punch.
The wind around his punch.
The wind around his punch, blowing him away.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like there, but we'll see what stage list is. Do you want me to tell you stage list?
I'll need to read it.
They need to read it. They need to read it. Could have just... Okay, visual. That makes sense. We should have it printed out on the setups.
Yeah.
I think they're right.
We'll do that at some point. Someday.
Yeah, probably. Battlefield, just a reminder, Battlefield FD, small battlefield.
Not Yoshi's.
Not Yoshi's, PS2.
I remember when this game first came out and Yoshi's Island was legal, not Story Island.
Is that the one with the Shy Guys that flies by? Like the Melee one?
No, that's Story.
Is that the one with the...
Yeah, the weird...
I don't like that stage.
Yes, but the curves. Did you know you can get off like 20% more with Mewtwo jab at ledge because of its curved? Same with Inkling. Mid-stage, you can get like 5% more damage.
That's why Inkling was so good during the start of the game.
I feel like Inkling is still good. It's just people don't play them because they're just better characters that serve the same type of like fantasy that Inkling does.
Fantasy?
Yeah, like sort of that rushdown type of like type of character archetype. Really, as like Inkling and those characters, like I know a lot of them tried to pick up Pikachu, and then Aegis came out and they all picked up Aegis.
Yep. Pikachu definitely feels like such a strange character where everyone is just saying it's the best. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Pikachu's the best character in the game. And
like, if they are played the most optimally possible, Pikachu's probably
like,
best.
But that's, I think, I like that people are kind of realizing that, like, yeah, theory is a thing, but practice is another.
Oh my god.
Smash. It just gets up.
That was insane. Like, being able to read that is just so good because Bowser can kill you at such a low percent. It's just right now, it's just kind of Bowser's game at this point. Ike really has to play really safe. And it looks like they're trying to with those down tilts, just trying to space things out properly, but getting those smash attacks. Up smash confirms into forward air on Bowser. I didn't know that.
Yeah?
I didn't know that Bowser had any combos.
He's able to, I mean, like, obviously he's more of like a put out the hitboxes, keep racking up as you try to get in on him, but still definitely able to get some. Yeah, catching him with the down tilt there, will he get it again? Goes over the counter. And he gets you on trying to come back to ledge. Just, I feel like he's starting to get in Jerry's head.
Yeah, it's just going to be difficult. Ike also doesn't necessarily have the best counter in the game, so it just takes a while for it to come out, and it doesn't necessarily have to hit priority it needs. But, you know, Bowser's really just going to be able to keep Ike just on the edge of the stage. As I mentioned before, I think the stage was picked because it's probably good for Ike to really just push pressure advantage harder. But Ike doesn't have a good disadvantage. He has nothing that can get him out of shield except for footstool, which isn't good if you space it properly. It's only if you, like, don't space anything properly. So it's going to be so hard for Ike to do anything here because, you know, Bowser can just forward tilt. Oh, but a couple of up airs coming out. If Ike is able to get, like, some type of good kill right here, he might have a chance, but it's going to be really hard. Mixing up with that up air DI, but Signia is able to predict it. Yeah, but the back throw coming out. Ike is in a really tough situation. Yeah, tries to go high, but Insignia reads that and just sort of sits on ledge waiting for Ike to get there. Very well played by Insignia. It's going to be really hard. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I think that Ike's disadvantage is just worse.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that all of Ike's options are just so slow.
Yeah.
They're all just so slow.
Bowser's
And
is too, but Bowser's movement speed is so high, and Bowser has up, he got a shield. Rosa?
he's just hovering. He hasn't put anything down. We're not gonna say anything. Let it soak. Will
If
he?
Oh.
That's like
okay.
thought about it though.
If it was Rosa, that would be hype. Rosa, I feel like could do.
I'm glad you think Rosa is hype. I'm a
like,
Debuzz enjoyer. I'm a certified Debuzz
hate
enjoyer.
Olimar. I
Okay,
hate Min
okay.
Min.
Okay.
I like Rosa. If they actually do cool Rosa things.
Okay.
And not just like play normally with like fairs and nairs, which is what I see most Rosas do. But if they're good and use like weird like air dodge to jump Luma onto platform and like up tilt into like a Luma up smash, that's cool. But yeah, in this game though, I think Rosa probably, if they're not confident in it, wouldn't have been better.
Love that down smash. I just want to point that out. I love. Yeah, really, you don't see Bowser down smash a ton. Love it catching that option. It made it really hard for him to go through.
Oh my god.
He raised the first hit of it. Up smashes him coming down from the ether.
That's yeah. Ike's biggest problem is his up B. It really is. It's just so hard to do anything because you can just get forward tilted. Yeah, and Ike really doesn't have a good way to edge guard Bowser either. It's just gonna be really.
Does Ike have a good way to edge guard anyone? Like he can't really. He doesn't really want to go off stage. Is what I'm saying. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't want to chase. He wants to just keep a hitbox in the way.
You just want to like jump nair on ledge and then up B if it connects, and that's all you want to do.
Low percent Bowser back throw looks so silly. He's just. It's like he's not throwing him. He's just like waltzing with him or something, spinning his dance partner around and around instead of trying to actually deal some damage here.
Down throw.
Yep, dealing damage.
Just
What's
hit
happening
side beat
now?
though. It's so unfortunate because you see really. Oh, okay, cooking. Let him cook.
Hold up,
Hold up.
let him go well. Hold up, hold him.
Side beat comes through.
Insignia misheard us. Held him instead.
Okay. Avoid the forward smash. Okay, gets the up air.
Ike has to just work so hard. Though.
Yeah.
Like Ike has to work so hard.
Why'd they nerf Ike? Why did they nerf him? He was fine.
I don't even know what they changed about him from Smash 4, but
I'm talking about an ultimate buff or nerf where they nerfed they made his nair knockback farther and they made his up air weaker. It's so much harder for him to kill now.
I think they just didn't want him to kill as easily as he did. He was probably just dominating some lower level lobbies here, but this could be Lux's last stock in this tournament here.
Yeah, this is so unfortunate. It's just so hard for Ike to get out of disadvantage as we're seeing. Insignia can just shield all of Ike's moves, and Ike really doesn't have pressure because the grab is so slow. Really, you can only use it like right after Insignia uses like such a large move. But side Bs are able to get back to stage with the up smash coming out, just barely trying to kill. Looks like Ike is going to try to get back. It's a couple good aerials off. Ike does whiff the grab. He's able to get a back air to send Insignia off. He does have ledge, but the forward tilt missing. A missed down air leads into a dash attack by Ike. Looks like he's going to try to edge guard with down air, but it doesn't work. But the forward tilt comes up on the neutral get up, so he is actually going to be able to take a game.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2-2.
For 2 games.
Yeah, that's 2 games. So
Game 5. Okay.
Game 5 between these two players. Again, really highly ranked here in New Hampshire. Number 2 in the Ike, Luxa, and number 4 in Insignia, if you are now just tuning in. But even he wants to go back to small battlefield. They both want to get those early takedowns. I'm just, you know what? I'm just happy we're not only seeing PS2.
Yes. I think we should ban PS2.
I think that's a hot take.
So we don't see it.
I think,
And
we've been seeing a lot of not PS2.
Unova.
Add Unova. Not Kalos?
Isn't Kalos in?
No.
Oh, okay. Add Kalos then.
I like WarioWare, but I mean that's a hot take.
Donkey Kong cargo throw at 0% off edge.
What about Duck Hunt? That was legal during Smash 4. Bring back Duck Hunt.
Why? Well,
Yes, it was.
Okay, all right.
You can always-
Top 4 was an interesting time.
It was an interesting time, and I need to stop making jokes because we are in top 4. We're in top 4, game 5
fine, we're doing
for
top
loser
top.
Sundays. We are doing.
They're gonna get angry at us, like
Partial cap.
BTS.
They're gonna get angry at us. I'm your boss. I'm not gonna get angry. I mean, like, there's times I get angry at myself. It's not for my casting. I'll tell you that much right now. But small battlefield, I think it is good for both characters. I understand why they'd want to go here right now. Trying to catch him on the platforms, but Insignia still manages to slip
I think
through.
both characters' fantasies are very similar, so it's just
Yeah.
you really it doesn't.
Are you using the word fantasy to just supplant for game plan?
Yeah.
I like it. I like the idea, like the magical Christmas land
Yeah.
thing. If your game plan just works totally,
up
like catching up tilt,
Yeah.
catching up side B with up tilt.
It's just like if your game plan works perfectly, it's what you. Oh my god, did he SDI out of that? Or did that like miss hit? I've never
Sure.
seen that not hit before. Oh my god, he gets SDIs out of the up B into a 2-frame down tilt. Okay, this is actually a game right now. Both at even percent. Up B gonna come out. Looks like Bowser is just gonna try to read. Gets the up tilt off. Not too much percent. Gets actually a turnaround grab. Very good. Gets a couple up airs. Yup. Just the Ike chain coming through. Misses the down tilt 2-frame, but gets off a forward tilt. It's gonna be hard for Bowser to really get back here because Ike can just edge guard. But it looks like Insignia is just having a hard time right now landing footing. But the up air coming out actually killing Bowser. Very good. You know, you see Ike only at 47% right now, so it's gonna be hard for Insignia to do it a lot. But he's just dabbing on shield, blocks the ether. Tries to get off a fair, but the side B coming out just too fast. Is going to get a forward smash.
All right.
Oh my God.
Last start, game 5.
Okay.
Once again, we are right back in the same situation here. I want to see him slow down. I want him to start shielding these options. I think he's going for aerials into him a little too much. Ikes are coming out just a little bit faster, or he's just misspacing it. When he was playing slow, when he was shielding, when he was parrying these slow options, he was playing much better. But right now, he might be getting taken off the top by Luxa. He just has to slip by. He gets through with the air dodge, makes it back to center stage, but a dash attack will equalize things right back.
All right, he's trying to get back to stage, jumps, gets a fair off, is able to try to get the down smash, but the dash attack coming through after smash attack was shielded. Insignia is barely going to be able to get back. He actually jumps over, getting back center stage. Ike is just trying to look for any option. Stops off jab 2, but the side B actually coming out. Missed forward tilt from Insignia. Insignia is going to try to get back, but it's probably going to try to be 2-framed or counter. Counter about the tag. Oh, is able to get back, grabs ledge, goes for a side B to try to re-grab. Okay, is able to get the down tilt, but nothing can come off of it. Up tilt tries to come out, but it won't kill. Up he out of shield.
Full rage.
He's off stage right now. This is so scary. Insignia just standing there. He didn't throw out anything. A back air coming
That
out.
works sometimes.
Oh, but the side B killed off top. Oh, that was an amazing set.
Yeah, and they are hugging it out after that one. I mean, what a game. You deserve that, bro, is what they're talking about. They're yelling at each other. They seem to be
They're
friendly
both
enough.
yelling at each other that both
The
of them should have won. The other one should have won. What? Okay.
Well, either way, now that's the camera. That's the camera. That's the camera. That's the camera.
Well,
It's
we
okay.
see the winner walk through. See him all.
Yeah. He's completely lost. He's lost in victory. He's no, continue. Doesn't matter as long as if your player 1 sit on the left side. Yeah, had to talk to them. Had to talk to them there, but yeah, Luxa gonna move on now to play against Whirlpool.
We should get like one of those dog crate fences. Just put it around.
Oh my god, do you remember 2 GSGs ago where we literally had couches stacked up around this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should do that
what
again.
That was for.
We moved almost all of the furniture around the entire building just to block off the camera, so everyone would know where not to walk. You'd think
Get caution tape.
we could get caution tape.
That'd be cool.
Like I'll have to talk to my boss.
It actually
Our aesthetic. Oh yeah, the
like
graffiti,
our graffiti aesthetic,
sketchy
yeah.
aesthetic. Yeah, we actually have. For those who haven't been in the arena recently, we actually have new player cards up on the not player cards. Graphics like
Are we gonna do
the animation. We are doing new player cards. I don't think we're doing Congo Falls. I have a feeling we're not doing Congo.
Rishi's Jungle Jam,
Rishi's Jungle Jam.
where you put on Star and you only play on Congo Falls with Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong
That
is a fun character.
Thing that happened at
Silly
a tournament
character.
once.
I mean, things happen in tournaments all the time. Didn't a Link just win a Melee major?
Yes. That was awesome. That was that whole entire tournament. Okay, let me go
Well,
off.
Aklo's, well, really quick. Aklo's normally a Fox player, right?
Yes, but he is playing a lot of
He's
Link.
playing a
He
lot of
just
Link, yeah.
doesn't play Link because Link bad.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's like, for example, Rishi also plays Donkey Kong, but mostly plays Marth because Donkey Kong's bad.
Yeah.
So, but like that entire tournament was crazy. So all the top players wanted this tournament to be sort of chill. You know, you usually see top players like over time just sort of like make a joke of a major, and people don't like that. A lot of like spectators don't like that. But
Yeah.
they kind of got drunk, but they still tried their best. So it was really interesting because you saw Zayn pull out Roy against Magi. Magi, who is a really good Falco, like
Yeah.
very
she's
good
great.
for a long time, a very good PM player. Like actually beat Zayn on Zayn's Marth, not just as Roy. So you had that. Zayn pulled out Don't Rest Me, which is Puff.
Yep.
And then you saw like so much just good play of that tournament. Like there's so many like side little games that are just like so hype. Like you saw like IBDW versus Zayn. Zayn was I'm not sure if Zayn was drunk or like murder faced. I could not tell. Because it was just, and then you saw Zayn versus Fiction. Fiction pulled out a Sheik. Fiction's usually a Falco player known for shooting a shit ton of lasers, like a lot of lasers.
A lot of lasers.
Yeah, a lot of
them.
lasers.
Just a lot of them.
Yeah, way too many.
Way too many. Is that the number?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you saw him actually pull out a Sheik to try to beat Marth. Zayn. Yeah, it was just.
We're seeing some people switch off of other characters in the in those matchups. I mean,
Yeah.
Leffen specifically, right? Leffen has been
Leffen picked
playing
up
Sheik
Well,
just to
Leffen-
play in because he kept saying that what was like Marth Fox was 70-30.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Leffen's had this idea for a while that like Sheik's recovery is better only at early percents and late percents, which is a huge hot take.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, he's the king of hot takes.
Yeah.
I want to take us back quickly because both players are sitting down.
Yep.
It's Ike versus Rob.
Which Rob is it?
It's Whirlpool.
I actually have no clue who's going to win this. I think that probably Whirlpool, just because Rob is Rob.
Well, I think if we're looking at flowchart, I believe I'm gonna pull this up right now just to see the rock paper scissoring right now for map pick. Oh my god, I have 23 Discord notifications. What in the world is that from? It's not DMs to me, so I have no idea what that is.
it's a lot of Discord
It's a
notifications.
lot of Discord notifications, and I don't know what half of them are. I'm pulling up the. Here we go. I have the sheet up here. So I believe Luxa got knocked to losers by Sailor Jess 2-0.
Okay.
But then Whirlpool beat Sailor Jess
I think
3-2.
they just picked PS2. And I am now sad.
We haven't seen it all day. It's fine. It's actually variety at this point between them. But Whirlpool in
sad.
player 1, Luxa in player 2 on Ike, and we can head right into game. I
Yeah,
believe
we're-
once we have that typed. Once we have it ready from broadcast, we'll be able to head in and watch them play. But yeah, the Red Rob, I love this skin. I did not like this skin until I saw Whirlpool start playing. I'm like, okay, look kind of nice in game.
I like Red
Small
Rock.
battlefield.
I wish it was a different Ike skin than just base, but you know.
You a Radiant Dawn enjoyer instead of the
Yes.
Path to Radiance one.
Yes. I don't like Young Ike. Young Ike looks too much like an anime protagonist.
It's Fire Emblem. Never mind. We don't need
It
to.
is,
We don't need
but
to.
like-
He's
but
literally
like
an anime
Radiant Dawn
protagonist.
Ike looks grizzled. He looks like he's like punished Ike.
Punished Ike. Venom Ike.
It's awesome.
Let's see this. All right, good grab by Whirlpool. He's controlling the game so far, spacing out against these options. I feel like if Ike gets off stage,
Okay, just re-grabbing, tech chasing.
if Ike gets off stage, he's just dead, right? He's just dead if he gets off stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because you could just forward smash, which is disjointed enough. But that was like insane play by Whirlpool. I just want to bring that up. Like, tech gets a double parry. Okay, all right. This is definitely a game right now. Ike is just probably going to have a really hard time edgeguarding Rob just because going high, I don't really know if there's an option for it. If he got that up air, Rob might have actually died there. This is really scary, but the forward tilt is going to come out barely not killing, though. Rob is just going to be trying his best, but the up B trying to spike there. It doesn't actually come through. Getting up 3 fairs into a grab. I love Rob.
Is there a benefit to trying to is there any way you can use Aether to go into a ledge trump to catch Rob? Probably, right? An up B out of shield seems like a decent option as long as there's not a dry run
Side B
nearby.
might be better. I think side B grabs quicker than up B does because up B has.
I'm saying if you're chasing him low, because that's what happened just previously, right? Well, no, great grab with the gyro, but doesn't have a laser charged up to go for that chase. Maybe could have actually ended that stock, honestly, if he had that ready. But now Luxa able to return back into advantage, juggle him there off the top, using a bit of fuel just to change his approach option, but Luxa still managing to stay in control until that Nair connects.
It looks like right now it's just going to be hard, but that, you know, that kills at ledge so early, but mid stage, oh my god, the dash attack, wow, that was just amazing play. It's really hard for Ike to do a lot, even though he just got the kill right then. But this Ike player is playing amazing. He's absolutely great right now, especially versus Whirlpool, who we've seen do so well before. It looks like right now he not up throw. Oh, but gets up air.
Lives with the deal. Lives when perfectly into the corner grab here. Gonna go for the berry. Has to definitely avoid this 50-50.
Yeah.
No way, yeah. No matter how heavy Ike is, there is no way you're living that. Last stock at game 1 of this set. Who's gonna set the tone? Who's gonna get their chance to go for their counter picks here? It was contested. They were doing rock, paper, scissors. They wanted different maps. So this game, winning or losing this one could actually have implications for how the rest of the set could go.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like this map is a lot better for Ike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely being able to stay close, not let him play with distance with gyro, poking him out, forcing him into, when he approaches, having hitboxes waiting for him. No less time to react, right? So Ike's options off the top.
It's the Nair up air that was so well placed. That was amazing. Honestly, my prediction might be wrong. I think it depends on the stage, though. But Ike did win, so that gives him advantage in stage picks, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it might go like large, small for stages.
We'll see. Looks like they just picked it. It will be PS2, so, you know, middle of the road. We haven't seen it. We've seen very little of it, I think, honestly.
I'm a PS2 hater.
PS2 hater? It's fun!
Did you hear the new commentary drama in Melee?
No.
Brandon the caster really hates when players take sips of water. It's really funny.
Hydrate or dihydrate? What's wrong with it?
He thinks that he saw Wizrobe drink from an empty cup once, and he's just hated it ever since.
Okay, that's a Wizrobe does anything to buy time. Okay, that's a Wizrobe problem. That's not a every player being hydrated problem here. But problem right now, hydrated or drowning. Whirlpool getting hit with a great combo right off the bat by Luxa, who's staying in control here, trying to chase up this Steven is picking 100%, running off the top, just kiting away, trying to keep the distance. And up, he had a shield, doesn't kill, but what a start.
Dude, this is like year 1 Smash all over again, where Ike is just rampaging through locals. Just shields like you're trying to get a parry, but the up B coming out doesn't actually manage to kill, just off the corner. Is able to just up B, trying to recover high, trying to get a Nair off, gets the Nair off. Wasn't able to get anything off of that, but the up tilt just coming out.
Is that a shield poke?
It can, I think.
He was shielding. It was either a shield poke or it was an attempted failed parry.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, but another up coming out just for the damage. It's just such a good move to throw out, especially when you know they're going to attack you. It's like a better counter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might as well go for that here. Parrying all these gyros, keeping him off the stage, and now jab. I reset him here, but Nair is just so good.
Ike has a fast jab for some reason, I think. I might be wrong on that, but that looked pretty fast to get out of that. But going for the fair, is doing really the bread and butter with Ike, really just spacing around all of the Whirlpool stuff right now. Whirlpool is at such a high percent, it's going to be extremely hard to come back unless he can play around gyro in some way, some type of different way. Maybe like a couple Nairs. You could throw out like a touch of death, but the back air just coming out right now. It's going to be so hard when Ike is at 3 stock, or is at 0%, but he's going to have to come out with like a miracle right now. But the up air doesn't actually kill Ike. It's just so heavy. Uppies coming out.
All these uppies are doing the most. And he even lands on the gyro, takes like 5%, and doesn't have to do with the landing lag of the up B.
You notice he's using uppie like shield, but oh my god, the jab log and up smash. I didn't even know that had a hitbox there. Okay.
Yeah, it pulls you in just a little bit around the sides here, but no way is that going to save him here. Potential miss, going for the... Doesn't go for a proper edge guard, just going for a combo to chase him off the edge. There's a gyro waiting for him, but he'll manage to grab it, land on the platform, lay up here, go for that upper so close to the top, almost dying. Rob so high percent, no rage, but he's not so far off.
This is so unfortunate. Gets the up B off. Oh yeah, just into the up air. Jump off ledge. That was perfect game plan. That was just bread and butter of what you want to do with Ike.
I mean, I was talking about using Aether to ledge trump, not using it for a ledge trump, but using it to just get back to ledge to follow up quickly.
Yep.
A rapid 2-0 start here, and actually going back to small battlefield. So you agreed, you thought this was mispick? He just went back to stages. Oh, song. He's empowering himself now.
He's empowering himself. The power of songs.
I think that was actually not Whirlpool going back for song. Whirlpool actually has AirPods in. He's listening to his own music. So Luxa did the same thing against Insignia too. Picked a specific Fire Emblem song and won that set.
Ludwig Holy Blade, Bloodborne.
I have not played Bloodborne. I'm sorry.
That music is like, it gives me fight or flight.
When the hunter gets added to this game, I guess we'll be able to find that out. But we have a ways to go till that.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god, just the read on the air.
He chose to go to small battlefield. If he spikes in here, I mean that's just it, right?
Yeah, that's just
Okay. He doesn't go for it.
But, oh my god, this is so scary. Actually is able to get the grab. He might be able to do something here. This is so just scary for Whirlpool, though. You're a stock down with higher percent at the moment.
Because the parry on the approach, though, falling fair will be trying to go for combo, misses the down tilt, just miss spacing it. Taking
Oh
down
my
one
god,
with the Ike.
taking him down. Oh my god.
Ike double.
That
Pulling
was
down
like
with them.
wrong.
Why not do it? Why not do it? No reason to. If he finds it, why not do it again? If he finds an opportunity to, he's playing near ledge. Unsafe. Hitbox going again, bringing it with them. I mean,
god.
what are you gonna say about
That's
that?
unfortunate.
That was he saw he had the advantage, saw the opportunity, took it. You can't do that in any other situations other than that.
That was a game. Oh,
I want to let that one sit for a minute.
that was
I'm gonna take a sip of water.
sad.
I think I need to after that.
Oh.
What a matchup there. And I mean that doing that to put yourself back into winner's side, right? With still loser's side, but I mean knocking yourself straight into grand finals now after winning those losers finals. Now it's going to be Luxa Tyler, number 1 in New Hampshire versus number 2 in New Hampshire.
Number 1 and 2.
Funny how that works out. Funny how our number 4 in New Hampshire also ended up number 4.
Yeah.
So, it literally PR working out almost
Rankings
directly into
are
ranking.
And maybe
You'd
seeding
be
is a
surprised.
good idea. Maybe
We do seed our tournaments, I will say.
maybe
Obviously.
it's a good idea.
Do you
Hot
think so?
take, I think.
Hot take. Seeding.
Don't post it
Hot
on
take.
Twitter. Don't
Seed
post it
your
on Twitter.
tournaments.
Yeah.
Don't post it on Twitter. Don't say that. We're going to do it anyway. Winner of CA. So I'm just looking at the bracket now. I want to see the path that Luxa has taken to get here, because Luxa got knocked into losers really early.
Dude, that was an absolutely insane match. Like, just
Yes.
he beat Insignia and then beat Whirlpool.
So Luxa got knocked into losers in round 5.
First CSG.
Yes, but remember he plays for Fisher Blue.
Okay.
He's number 2 in New Hampshire. He plays a bunch of locals, Massachusetts tournaments. I believe he normally is in Massachusetts for tournaments. So his path here, he played Blur round 1, 2-0. Poppy round 2, 2-0. Got 2-0'd by Jess in winners round 3, right? So he gets sent losers round 5. Beats Maverick Ninkid, Massachusetts player. Beats Dan's Undertale 3-0.
Okay.
Someone who has beat I have seen beat Tyler before. It's a best of 5 with a bracket reset. So beats Dan's Undertale 3-0, an excellent player. Beats Ethan 3-1,
Okay.
who we saw have an insane set earlier. Beats Insignia 3-2. Beats Whirlpool 3-0 to come back here to play against Tyler. So an unreal bracket run so far. I mean, Tyler is just, as always, he just made work through winners, right? Tyler played against Sleepy Curtain, who was, I believe, the bottom-seeded player, as expected for top seed, right into Cruss, who we 2-0'd, Lecture, who we 2-0'd, Ethan 3-2. We saw that game. What an exciting one that was. And then beat Whirlpool to be here against Luxa. I mean, both these players have gone through some high-level talent to get here.
Yeah. I wonder how much they've played.
How much
Probably a
they've
lot.
played?
They're 1
Probably
and 2,
not
yeah.
so much recently.
Yeah.
Because remember, Luxa,
They played each other.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm sure they're playing a lot, but I'm saying, you gotta remember, Luxa travels to New Hampshire tournaments, I believe, from his college, which he's staying at, because he goes to Fisher, right? So probably playing a lot less against each other. I've been to a few locals, and I haven't seen him there.
Okay.
So,
First CSG, right?
believe so.
Okay. It'd be crazy if we got a new winner each CSG.
I would like to see it purely because it would just be more hype. I mean, like, that's the cop-out answer, right? Okay, yeah, it'd be hype. I would also be happy to see Tyler win, too, because Tyler's sick.
Yeah, I always love rooting for the person down. That's like who I
Yeah.
root for always.
Mm-hmm.
Or our players.
Tyler's currently hovering random.
That would be
Okay.
Okay.
Just
We did have a random player earlier on the stream. I think the first game
those guys were
I played
friends. Those guys were friends. They literally sat down at the setup and said like, "Yo, we're on stream, yo, yo." Like they were clearly friends that had signed up together and just happened to get matched up against each other. And they were so excited they were on stream. You know, who knows why they were feeling that way. But Pyra, Mithra, Ike, not Palu. I mean, I think both of those characters are equally hyped. Ike is Pyra. Pyra without a Sheik, a downbeat to transform into Sheik here, but early dominant play here from Tyler, not letting Luxa land a hit. Landing Nair will get him in, but not able to get the grab. Follow up, he's still able to avoid that smash and regain advantage.
This is gonna be hard, especially on Battlefield. Or
FD.
Yeah, not Battlefield. Oh, okay. I thought the Ganondorf was about to come out. I thought the stomp knee for Melee was gonna come out.
That is what it feels like. Oh, he doesn't go to ledge, gets right to the side. Doesn't get killed. I thought he was going to go down, went a little bit high there, manages to get back onto stage, but we're just going to see Pyra fiending for some aerials here, going for anything that they can, and constantly winning these trades. I mean, it's Ike, but just faster, right? It's like we have Pyra at home, and it's Ike.
I think they're relatively the same speed, maybe.
Maybe just better spacing and timing than from Tyler here with some of these hits.
Still doesn't kill.
Somehow
so
172, but the up smash. Was that a shield poke or was that a parry?
I think that was a shield poke. That had to have.
It's hard for me to tell. I wish I could spot that stuff on site. I wish I could see it and be like, oh yeah, obviously that was a shield poke. But right now, Luxa did manage to regain control. Dash attack on shield though. That's Tyler's opening, going for a solid combo, taking him up 40%. But he will get it back.
Get a kill.
Yeah, Dare right into the up air, bouncing him off the stage, and it's pretty close in percent.
I think this is really how these games are gonna go. I think this is just what we're going to see from now on. Is like I getting like a ton of percent and then just getting like a Nair up air to kill Pyra. Like I feel like it's gonna be very difficult for Ike to do a lot earlier in the game, just because of the combos and the pressure. I feel like once he's at higher percent, it does send him away a lot farther. But that's just Ike. That's just Ike down tilt into up air.
Yeah, it is. And parrying the side B. I guess the recovery is technically better than Pyra Mithra's. Ike his horizontal recovery is better, but the vertical recovery is about the same, if not worse. Could be a quick follow-up here. I mean, Mithra is light. We could see a kill potentially quick from Ike. He just has to find a hit. Tyler is shielding all of the approaches, but well-spaced back air, going for something here. Let's Trump. He ends up going above him and now landing. Huge potential from Tyler, but Luxa managed to escape. Counters, they both just send their attacks the opposite way. And now Ike looking for a chase here. Dare though. Tyler ends up winning that exchange.
Oh, stomp knee. Stomp knee coming out again. It's difficult to really say how it's going to change with other stages. I feel like small Battlefield would be better for Ike, but I think Mithra might have more combos by jumping off the platform, so maybe FD is the best. I don't think Ike would do better on a big stage.
I feel like I agree with small Battlefield in the sense that you can even just side B and cancel it by going off the side of it, right?
Yeah.
You can use those platforms to mix up your recovery, but it does give the chance for you to get caught more. Yeah, specifically
higher risk, higher reward.
Yeah, either way, it's going to stay FD.
Yeah.
Luxa decides to remain on the same stage, same matchup, everything.
Both characters kind of want it to be FD in a weird way because you can edge guard Ike a lot easier and you really just don't have to deal with Ike approaching from different directions. I feel like you could get more combos, but it could also be harder because Ike can approach from other areas in the map.
Oh man, tough guy through that.
If he can get uppies like tough guy. If he can get uppies like he was doing versus Whirlpool, I think it is probably sealed for Tyler. But we haven't seen uppies really been as useful in that Whirlpool match.
We'll see if he does go for it. He is winning some of these trades here, though. But again, Tyler is so good at shielding his approaches, as you should be. It's Ike, his approach is going to be the same dash attack, barely catching him before he grabs ledge, and just. When you move so predictably, when all your moves are so slow and you have so few options, you're going to be caught by this. But he had a shield, but he goes out of it. SDI, excellent from Tyler to avoid it for now. Trying to do a raw uppie there, but now lets him F smash in response. But still, Luxa manages to make it back with that side B, getting that hit. Can't shield in the air, but Tyler is fiending for a kill right now and will likely be able to get it.
Hopefully, it's going to be a bit difficult, though. You know, you see Ike actually maybe being able to edge guard. Oh my God, perfect. That was perfect. It really just Mithra had to do that. There was no other option because they would have gotten back aired and then just, you know, gets the Ike up air. But it's just like, yeah, it would be so hard for Mithra or Pyro to recover there in any other way. So that was just a forced decision. Very well played. It looks like Ike is going to try to recover right now. Mithra is just going to get the fair dash attack, which is pretty much a true combo. Is able to just juggle Ike over and over and over again with these tilts and these aerials. Tries to jab block, but actually misses that last jab. It looks like right now they're just trying to rack up as much percent as possible. As I mentioned before, really all you can do is play against Pyra and like hope you get something good. Actually gets the double parry.
Okay, that's terrifying. I would never go for that, especially in grand finals of a tournament.
Doesn't SDI at that time? Oh, he had to go for something crazy, but that wasn't like punished at all. But the up air. Oh my God, that doesn't kill. Does he have an air dodge? No. No. Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, the up B, Ike's up B has decent vertical recovery. The issue is just so predictable, right?
Yeah.
Like, he goes high, but it's just he goes high at the same time with a predictable hitbox.
Yeah.
And if there's no horizontal part to it, right? If he's straight below the stage, he'll make it. He can do chases if you're recovering really tight, really low to the stage, which, you know, he went for, wasn't able to get, didn't end up punishing him too much. But it looks like we're heading, I think it's a run back once more. It's going to be Ike versus Aegis on FD. Again, potential final game of the tournament if Tyler continues dominating.
Like, I think it's really the only stage that Ike has. Except for maybe, well, Kalos isn't a stage, and I feel like Town and City would just be worse because of the combos.
Yeah, well, the platform combo potential there. Ooh, side B lets him get back in. He hits Pyra coming in and then grabs through neutral, heading the percent lead, I believe, for one of the first times in this.
Actually gets
perfectly
this time.
timed spike. It's like what you have to do. You have to find ways to cheese and catch when he's off stage right now, but Tyler actually missing that down smash, now caught with that up B out of shield. Is Luxa figuring out maybe their answer here? Shield more, maybe go for grabs more is what we're seeing here, but none of those are guaranteed things. Tyler kind of has to give those to you or make mistakes to let that happen.
That's so unfortunate. It looked like he tried to jump out of that, but didn't get the right timing. But yeah, it's just really hard versus Mithra, but it looks like he's actually doing a decent job. But that air dodge is so silly. Able to get out of that combo from Ike. It does ether, but misses the direction on it. It looks like Mithra is going to be able to get hit by Ike. Right now, it looks like Mithra is going to get a grab, might be able to get an edge guard. Ike tries to air dodge back to stage, goes for side B and snaps to ledge. Nair coming out, but sort of whiffing. Each player's trying to get a hit, and Mithra's really trying to get that down air. Gets a grab off, trying to just put him back. Goes for a dash attack, doesn't actually land, but a down tilt to up air might seal the stock. It actually isn't able to. Ike grabs ledge and rolls through, grabbing back center stage, but that back air barely doesn't kill, and that Nair coming out.
Huge catch. Huge catch from Tyler reading that.
I can't tell the difference between Pyra aerials or Mithra aerials.
The big red. I mean, listen, he's playing both of them as Hatsune Miku. Like, he's got the... Yeah. He's making a match, so I think it's harder to tell which one is out at a time if he quickly switches. But still, the Miku one, you can always tell by the fire in that, but you can never tell if it's up air or near. I feel like they look really similar. Side B catching him out of 8th or 60%. He has to play perfectly if he wants to stay in this tournament, even have a chance of winning it. But Tyler wants to keep his, I believe, perfect streak of winning every GSG that he's signed up for alive here, but side B knocked out, caught off the edge.
That side B didn't allow him to do anything because he's walked out of all of his moves. That was very good. Oh, okay, that's scary. Oh, goes for the, gets forward smashed. That's very unfortunate. Tyler taking that.
Tyler taking the whole tournament off of that. I mean, not surprised. #1 player in New Hampshire for a reason.
Yep. That was just very hard for Ike. It's just such a hard matchup when you just get rushed down that much. Mithra just has the ability to do so much. And Pyre's basically just another Ike, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, we saw down tilt up air so much, which is just, you know, an Ike thing that Ike does. So it's just very hard. But well played to both players. You know, both players went through insane brackets to get here. We saw, you know, the Ike player managed to beat Insignia and Whirlpool. So both players did insanely well this tournament. And it looks like they're both like talking about their match, hugging it out, no hard feelings.
I hope, I mean, listen, at tournaments like this, ones that are so like close. It's a monthly. It's a local monthly, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if people are mad at each other, then you're going to come back next month and see them.
Yep.
Every time. There's also a Discord that everyone's in, the New Hampshire Smash Ultimate Discord that people talk in all the time. Like, if people are going to be mad after games.
Yep.
We've seen that before, but people, it cools down quickly. You kind of understood, at this point, you go into grand finals against Tyler at a GSG. It's hard. It's going to be a very hard. Yeah, he is, I think, a literal 100% win rate in any grand finals he's been in at a GSG.
Yep. Yeah, Tyler is just such an insane player, especially pulling out Aegis, one of the best characters in the game. So, yeah.
I wish he would travel.
Yeah.
Apparently he hates the game, so he won't.
Well, why does he come?
Because he just walked away with like $170.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is a decent amount of money.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, not bad.
Bad at all.
Not bad payout from the entrance, and we only have a payout like that because of everyone who signed up and came into play. We had a decent turnout. I think it was like 40
we had
people.
the second best turnout out of any GSG.
Yeah, which is awesome. You know why? Because it's on Saturday again.
Yes, it is on Saturday. Also, it's second week of the month, so it didn't conflict with any other locals.
That is true, and I believe that's what we're looking for the next one as well. I think this would be a good time for me to turn and look at Anthony Dargo Dorigo, who is late. I don't think we could get the second week. I think we had to get the third week. That's why I'm looking at Anthony Dargo Dorigo to make absolutely sure that I can say the date of the next GSG before anything else happens. Hey, Anthony Dargo Dorigo, can you come over here real quick? I'll come over and we'll confirm that because I'm not going to end the stream without plugging the next one.
Yeah,
up in line.
Also, follow us on SNHU socials. We are at SNHU.
Yes.
This is where we host the tournaments.
Yes.
And you can follow us for our crew battles. We actually do Smash crew battles.
We do. I was going to plug that after GSG, but for now, Dargo, do you have the date confirmed for the next one? Is it February 18th?
So actually, it is the next GSG will be February 18th, and I'm in about 10-ish minutes or so. If you go to the start.gg site, you will be able to start registering for it ASAP.
That's what I like to hear.
ASAP.
Okay.
We're on top of it this time.
Yeah. Next time I'll have a wireless mic, I promise.
Hopefully. Yeah.
But yeah, so check that out. Look at start.gg. Granite State Grind registers will be open immediately. I'm sure we'll post about it on our socials, which you can find. We are literally SNHUEsports everywhere. If you go to Discord, you can find us there. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. All those platforms are going to be more populated this semester already from the plans we have been making here internally. If you go to our link tree, you can get redirected to any of our sites, including our request forms and recruitment information if you want to go to SNHU to play an esport like Smash Brothers, which, as Joe mentioned, we have not starting yet because the season we start so early at SNHU for some reason. We have to wait like a month for the season to start up because the other colleges need to actually get back in session as well. So starting in late January, early February, every Tuesday, we're going to have crew battles on our main stream and our B stream, which will be something we'll be posting about soon. So we'll have 2 sets of crew battles probably going at the same time that you can tune in and watch and support us, get some good Smash gameplay. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, there will be streams, even on the weekends, like here, depending for GSG. So follow us on Twitch if you want to get all of that information. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone who came here today at GSG. On behalf of myself, XX Make-A-Wish Kid, anyone on productions, that'd be Mark and Joe, and also our other casters, Shane and Connor, who were helping us cover earlier today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching all SNHU Esports streams. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Last stock dance, taking some damage here. Things getting even down.
He's able to get that side B. That just evens it up with all.
That's crazy.
Into back air for the mid.
Whoa, no! So sad to see. Take, and that is a death. What was that at 60 or 70%? That's what you got to be worried about.
Yeah, I just
Age game. Oh my god, but just oh my god, shield break. Oh my god, and this is over. It's dead. It's dead. Oh, goes for the gets forward smashed.